Oh my God, what's this? Jesse's actually starting a live stream kind of on time. Is it Christmas or something? Yeah, I guess. I guess it is. I guess that's what happens tonight and tomorrow. Christmas. Happy Christmas stuff. Merry Hanukkah. Uh, Happy Kitten. I got a Malcolm Reynolds here. Hopefully, we'll be visited by other kitties throughout this lovely stream. What's up? Live. It's Christmas time. Comes once a year or so. The songs go. Let's have a Christmas stream. I'm gonna talk at you. I'm gonna sing at you. Maybe I don't know. It's a thing we do sometimes. So like we'll see. Um, Thank you, Steve Bartha. What's up, Sky Smith? Thank you, yours truly. Thank you, Dakari Garmin. Happy holidays, everyone. The G Money shows us don't do Kwanzaa. I've never have. Terp Tank says, animal. Or don't forget Kwanzaa is what you meant to say. Yeah, that's I think is the 26th this year. I saw it on a calendar somewhere. I was like, oh, that's when Kwanzaa is. Cool. What is with my light all of a sudden? Having this awkward backlighting from, oh, that's weird. Okay. From curtains that suck doesn't help, but maybe we can improve this lighting scenario. Just for 1 second. Think about Kwanzaa, and I'm just gonna fix my lighting here a little bit. That's a bit. Just a bit. What did you do, human? Somebody messed with my lighting rig. Unacceptable. What did you do? Oh, you just tangled this up for really no apparent reason other than just to make my life harder. This person. Awesome. Awesome. Now everything's falling. This is what you get when you allow your friends to like help you do things that you really didn't want their help doing. They ruin everything. Oh, right there. It's really hard. I hate that's actually like one of the things I hate the most is when like friends offer me help that I didn't want or ask for. Or especially like if it's something I ask for, but then they do like more and they do it wrong and you're like, well, I can't be mad at you because you're doing me this favor, but you're actually making my life harder. So it's not really a helpful favor. Ryan Dreyer, you should probably charge it then. Orange Hat Review says Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Same to all of you guys out there. Give me the Christmas present of pressing the like button, please, and thank you. She back, fourth drawer down. She back. Happy Dinosaur 8000. Happy Christmas to all. Happy Hanukkah to you. Thank you. The Kiki Biggie says make the cats sing. Working on it. We'll see. Or you could just go see cats if you really want to see singing cats. I hear it's a blast. Reese says Merry Christmas, Jess, and happy playoffs. Hopefully. It's looking that way. Crazy town. It was a great game from Carson Wentz on Sunday. I was very, very happy to see that. That made me joyous. Made me bubbly, ecstatic, whatever. I'm gonna bring this closer. There we go. Trying to figure. This is gonna be probably my new live streaming setup, so I'm kind of figuring it out. There's now a dresser on top of the other dresser where I used to stream from, so the bed is not such a viable option anymore. But I have this new futon that's extremely comfortable. So yeah. Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey says Chagarim Sameach. Thank you. Thank you, Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. I appreciate it. Council of Sean says Merry Jumas. Thank you, Council of Sean. Fourth Throw Down says don't go and see cats. I might get really high tomorrow and do that with my friends. Maybe we'll give you a stoned review later. Who knows? We'll see. TBD. All right, so light is kind of annoying to balance while I'm doing this in the daytime anyway. It's easier if there's no light back there, but anyway. Oh, thank you for the super chats. So thank you, Hunky Chunky Monkey Monkey, for that one. Thank you, Hawkins History Corner. Merry Christmas. I have to go to church in an hour and then gift opening at parents. We'll probably stream Greedfall tonight because the best way to celebrate Christmas is to invade an island with guns. It sounds reasonable. Do you stream on Twitch? If so, guys, go check out Hawkins History Corner. Do you do on YouTube? By the way, check out Hawkins History Corner if you want to see that stream. Macy Van Ducey, thank you for the super chat. Merry Christmas, oh God Empress. Thank you so much. Don't do it, Jesse. Bad trip. Thanks, Dr. Coffin Nails, but I'm an adventurous type, so we'll see. Merry Christmas from Goiânia, Brazil. It's hot as fuck. Wow. Feliz Natal in Portuguese. Thank you, PSP Ariza. That's always fun to get Merry Christmas in all the languages. Yeah, if you have another language to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or something else, we already got Hebrew from Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. This light is really cramping my style, but we'll deal with it. I'll just be, dark Christmas. Oh, Michael Stutz says, Merry Christmas, Jesse from Sydney, Australia. Thank you. Kiki Pinky says, if the Eagles lose to the Giants, will you ask forgiveness from baby Jesus and to convert to Packerism? Never. I will be Eagles till the end, even if they break my heart, which they frequently do. So I do have a really cool Christmas present here. Hi with cat ears. That would be funny. Apparently, it may affect the way I look at my cats ever again. I might just come home and scream when I see them. Right, Malcolm? He's lying just off screen here. I'll make him do a little dance for you at some point. Krista Hana Kwanzaa. Thank you. Hi, what's up, Malcolm? You want to be on the live stream too? Sorry, there's a Jeff texting. He's kind of important. All of them do. Huh. When I'm sending to get those. Sorry, he's sending me a bunch of meat, but I'm trying to figure out when he's sending them. If he sends it now and it comes in the next week, I'm gonna be with him in Michigan, so meat's just gonna rot on my doorstep, I guess. Anyway, so I also have to check I have instructions for opening this present. That's why I took the phone out. Open the long end first. The letter will make more sense. Plus, if you see the other one first, you maybe. All right. I have instructions for how to open this gift. Dr. Coffin Nails, I will let him know. I'll let him know right now. Do. Dr. Coffin Nails. That is such an excellent name, by the way. It says hi. By the way. See? I'm a lady of my word. All right, so I have this ridiculously gigantic box that I almost could not fit in my car. It's got another box attached to it. Boom. This is from Andrew Malchinsky, loyal follower and awesome dude that I had a lightsaber duel with in at Sports Celebration, and visited him in Indiana on the way to Nationals last year. He's a really cool dude. I want to hang out with him more, but I just don't always get to Indiana. All right, so opening long end. There's a letter somewhere. I don't know where the letter is. It'll make more sense if I open the long end first. I'm just following instructions or trying to and attempting to open this. The D Money Sosa says, drink some alcoholic eggnog. If I had any handy, I absolutely would. I actually thought of grabbing some before the stream, but then I ran out of time. I'll just hydrate for now and then drink later. I got a Christmas party later on I'm excited about. So I'm just trying to work out what's in this box. All right, let's try this. Okay, we're making progress. Progress is being made. Thank you for the super chat, D-Money Show. Also, yeah, Trader Joe's makes alcohol eggnog. They're also making a cocoa liqueur right now that's apparently hot chocolate in liqueur form, and I'm so down. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, come on. Oh! It's a sword. It's a sword. It's a sword. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Andrew, you sent me a sword. Okay, we should read the note, and then we got to take it out and wave it around. Hello, my friend, and a happy Hanukkah to you. Thank you, my friend. Oh, there goes Malcolm into the box. Cool. I don't want to use the word Christmas for fear of social justice, Jesse lashing out at me. Then again, that would be amusing. At this moment, I'm sure you are nerding out over your latest gift. Yeah, it's a sword. I know Malcolm. Malcolm's in the box now. Yeah. What? It's a sword, dude. Which is most likely bringing a smile to my face as well. Good. It's not as cool as a lightsaber. I beg to differ. They're pretty much on par, but I'm sure you'll love it all the same. Do I ever? This is yet another gift from my personal collection. You're such a sweetheart. I noticed you had your eye on it last time you visited. I did. I thought I recognized this beauty. So I figured it'd be an excellent addition to your own collection. Aww. sure you're also wondering what the other portion of your package, so at this point I would like you to open it as well. I do caution you, however, you may not want to show it on YouTube, but I will leave it for you to decide. What do you guys think? Should I show it? Also, it's the sword! Oh, it is beautiful. It is, look at this. Look at this gorgeous. It's really nice, and it's got a really, I really like the hilt on it. It's very elegant. It's very much like the kind of sword I would want to have. It's elegant. It's not too ornate. It's functional. It's got a really nice balance and feel to it. So I have a sword. Thank you, Andrew. You're such a good dude. I'm very honored to call you a friend. So incredibly thoughtful. This guy has an amazing collection of just all kinds of things. Oh my god, I really want to like go running around the streets wearing this on my back. Oh my god, cat! I have a sword. Okay, there's no more cats in there. All right, let's see if we're gonna try to detach that other end first. Okay, so Andrew, my mistake. It's a small. I mean, can you actually tell the difference because the hilt looks the same? It's not wrapped, so it's not a perfect, and it's way small to be proper antler narsil. But you know, it's Macy Van Dusen is that Andoril or Narsil. Like how would one tell the difference? Because the hilt was very similar when it was reforged. I had to go out and nerd back out on it. You are now the once and future king. Damn straight I am. So, yes. Hand and a half noise. Exactly. So this is the right kind of size for me. It's funny because it's small, for a longsword size, but it's perfect. It's the perfect size for me. So I love it. Yeah. So, all right, we're keep the debate going by the way as to whether it's Andoril or Narsil. That's all up to you guys, and what the difference is and how we tell the difference. Ha! Now that's a knife. Thanks, Michael Stott, the Australian, of course. So, Macy Van Dusen, it's an excellent question. Andrew perhaps will answer it. I remember we talked about this when I was at his place, but that was like a long time ago. Dr. Coffin Nels, thank you for the super chat. My 15-year-old cat just passed away last month. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please give your kitties extra love for me. I will. Happy holidays, and I hope that wasn't a downer. Not at all. It's important to talk about that stuff. It's hard. It's hard to deal with the loss. I mean, they're family members. Malcolm, do you want an extra hug? He's like, please, no, thank you. It's okay. I've had enough hugs. There can only be one, Jesse. Indeed. Rosetta Allen, thank you for the super chat. Love you, girl. Have an amazing holiday. Thank you, you too. I'm sorry I've been so crazy busy, but you and I are going to get together again. Rob Gagnon is lurking. Good. Maybe it's Stormbringer. Okay. So, I've been told it's up to me as to whether I want to show this on the stream or not. So, what do you guys think? Should I show you whatever's in this box? The text said to open this second because I may be too busy laughing uncontrollably. So, I'm really curious. What do you guys think? Hey, blade is not in pieces. Huggy Chuggy Wuggy Monkey. Very, 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 very wise ass of you. All right, so we're going with Andoril, probably. All righty. Tape. We need to use some serious freaking tape. It's clearly a giant dildo. I don't know. Am I showing this to you or not? So, nice, Tyler Preston. Sounds like a good Christmas so far. Alrighty. It still smells like oil in here. I made latkes the other day. There's a lot of them. Rosetta Allen says, I wish the season was easier. Check DM when done. I will. I know it's been a lot for you ladies, but good luck. Oh, God. Oh, I understand now. I considered making an orc head, but I thought of a more vile and disgusting creature that would make for a better trophy. I'm sure you'll appreciate this just as well as the sword, given your opinions on the person that it is, and I'm sure you'll also appreciate the effort I put into it. The mask is store-bought, but you can peel it off to reveal a bloody skull I crafted myself out of clay foam and plastic. Hooray! I considered getting removable eyes, but they got warped and destroyed when I was working on him. I also left the brain out for obvious reasons. When you do like removing its face, be careful around the jaw. The clay holding the plastic teeth and jaw is loose and brittle. I'm sure we'll talk later, possibly in the next few minutes, as I'm most likely watching whatever stream or unboxing this on. But as of this moment that I'm writing, I'm at a loss for words. So I'll wrap this letter by once again wishing you a happy Hanukkah and as well as the rest of the upcoming year. Andrew, you're so thoughtful. Oh. All right, so I'm not going to show this because I might get. Well, here we go. I'll show you what's underneath. Macy Van Dusen says, "Careful, Mal. Curiosity does bad things to cats." It's true. Here's the extra hug from Dr. Coffin Nails. Thank you for the super chat, Macy. All right, I will show you what's underneath the head, and it is up to you to guess who the head is. This is awesome. I love this. This is amazing. You're awesome. You made this so cool. Oh, you're the freaking best. All right, guys, use your imaginations for who the head is of. But it's something that pleases me very, very greatly. It's going to be an excellent addition to my severed head collection. So far, nobody has guessed it. Whoops, you kind of saw it over there. I don't know if you caught who it was, but yeah, this is an excellent addition to my head collection. Whoops. Oh, I see what you mean about the jaw. All right, let's put you on face first, jaw first, then. There we go. That's nice. Oh my god. Oh, what an excellent addition to my severed head collection. Jesse has all the head now. It is nope, nobody's guessed it so far. I'll let you know if anyone's guessed. I'm not necessarily going to tell you what it is, but I'll let you know. This may not be somebody you hate, but it is somebody I hate. So it's really great. Awesome. Oh my god, it's amazing. I have some friends who are really going to appreciate this too. Nope. Nobody's guessed it so far. Nope. Nobody has yet guessed it. Actually a little surprised that no one's guessed it. Dr. Covenels, it's amazing. Nothing says Christmas like skull. I don't think anyone's guessed it at all. Oh, there goes Malcolm into the box. Malcolm's in the box. God, Empress does get all the heads. All the heads forever. So much head. So much head. Yep. So Jesse's hair can guess. Are you sure? All right. Let's see. Hydrate a little right there. Oh, I need to buy alcohol today. Someone has guessed it. I will say that. At least one person has guessed it at this point now. I'm so pleased. Oh my god. I need a oh god, it's so good. That's amazing. Andrew, you are the absolute best. You are the best. I'm sending that video to my friends right now. Amazing. Oh, that's so great. Dr. Alex has a great point. I may have misspelled his name, but he misspelled the whole of Star Wars. That is an excellent point. That's too funny. Oh my god, Andrew, you are the absolute best. I'm definitely making sure that you get this stream, so it's here for you. We'll see this. You want to make sure I recorded the reaction, which how could I not? Because oh my god, it's amazing. I'm so happy about this. This is so incredible. Oh god, yes. Oh man. Whee! All right, get your face back on there. Come on. Stop being difficult. I mean, it is a red skull underneath, but God, that's so delightful. Merry Christmas. All right. Who's seen Cats? And who's seen the Rise of Skywalker? And if anyone's seen both, which one's worse? It's the important question of the day. How many times did Jesse? The estimation for hair touches in the Rise of Skywalker review is somewhere between 500 and 600. That was the estimation. So for hair playing. Hi, Just Nova. Welcome to the stream. Malcolm. You want to bring that to me, Mel? Come here. I was at Petco, and they had a lot of Christmas toys on sale, and so I got this little package. It's all these like bells. They're sort of like ball toys, but they're in the shape of bells with little feathers on them, and my cats love them. They've been batting them around like crazy, so that's the annoying noise you're hearing in the background, and they'll pick them up by the feather and just carry them around, and it's adorable. For some reason, I think it's really cute when cats carry things in their mouths. It's cute when dogs do it too, but it's less expected when cats do it, so it's cute. Dr. Alex, you were definitely fortunate for not having seen either. Possibly by the end of tomorrow, I will have seen. I quite like. I'm gonna create my sword for a little bit because I have a fucking sword. We're just gonna sit here with the sword. So, Rise of Skywalker was actually better than Cats. Congratulations, JJ. It's not the worst movie of the year. I have a sneaking suspicion that Rise of Skywalker was more watchable. This is something, I don't know if I covered this in my review. In the moment, it's very watchable. Like, it's not good, but it's not like you might be laughing at parts that didn't ask for your laughter. But you're not gonna be bored per se, because like shit's always happening. It's like for a child with ADD on crack. Excuse me. So it's you're not going to sit in the theater and be like, dear God, when is this going to end? I think I only did that once, whereas I did that constantly when I watched The Last Jedi. So it's definitely easier to sit through. But it also oh, thank you, Nerdy Gearhead /Zach. This is a gift from my friend Andrew Malachinsky, who's super cool. And I'm enjoying the fuck out of it because it's a sword. And I love swords and Lord of the Rings. So I think it was as good as it could have been. Emily Freeman, I agree with that. I think it did. Well, I don't know if it's the best it could have been. There's still some pretty asinine things, but I do think that it tried. It tried. Yeah, it's just best to wrap things up. It wasn't satisfying. It wasn't good. T Swift went to cat school to prep for that role, though. What is cat school? Oh my God, the horror. I don't know in what universe anybody given the way the reviews are going, why did they sink so much money into it and think it was going to be some sort of fucking hit? Like, I don't understand. Like, apparently furries like it, and that's about it. Just really liking the sword. So, yeah. So I get to have Jewish Christmas tomorrow, which if you're not familiar with the concept of Jewish Christmas, it's when Jewish people go get Chinese food and see a movie on Christmas because, well, now they've started doing the whole Christmas release stuff, and because Christian people eat their Christmas dinner early usually, those bitches all go to the movies at night. So now you got to switch up the order and go to the movie in the afternoon, get the Chinese food afterwards. But anyway, Chinese food is always open because most Asian people don't celebrate Christmas. Chinese people don't celebrate Christmas typically. So their restaurants stay open. All the Jews go there. And then before frickin' Christmas started doing the Christmas releases and marketing to the Goy, the movie theaters used to just straight up when I was a kid, it was just Asians, Jews, and Indians. Which are also Asians, I guess. So, yeah. You can still get the empty theater if you go early, which is what we'll probably do. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Had no Elvish writing, so it is Narsil. That's a good point. Just Nova says this trilogy is best as a remake, not a sequel to me. Hail Baby Yoda and Babu Frick. Lol. Babu Frick was the only character I enjoyed from this movie of the new characters. For sure. Easily hands down. So thank you for the super chat, Just Nova. Also, if you're just joining us, press the like button. Also, I got a sword. So happy Festivus. Festivus for the rest of us. Thank you, Raiders of the Lost Flicks. It tried so hard, says Nerdy Gearhead, better than The Last Jedi if they could have made it longer, took time to explain more. Okay, so here's the thing. Oh, the lightsaber choreography, that was an abomination. That was an absolute and utter abomination. I'm going to probably do a whole rant just on that for my Patreon, because fuck, that was terrible. So if you guys aren't aware, I am putting a lot of my content on Patreon now. I do have a really cool video. I think I'm going to try to make it today after the stream for you guys. But there's going to be a lot of content that is only available on Patreon. Including some of I have like already 2 other Rise of Skywalker rants that are going to make it on there. Swordmaster Milestone. That's right, Ricky Critic. Jesse got a real man sword, not that weeb katana shit. Damn straight. I'm all about the Western weapons. Give me that heft. Give me that crushing power. Bone crushing power. Oh, now the question is, where is this going to live in my house? Probably like near the head of my bed so I can fight off intruders with it. Oh, Rosetta, you taking off? All right, bye, Rosetta. I will check the DMs, and you have a wonderful holiday as best you can. I know you're going through some shit, so all my love to you, lady. Yes, God Empress Jesse Milestone stream with a sword! With a sword. Also, if you're just joining us, this is in place of the regular live stream that I would otherwise be doing tonight, because it's Christmas Eve, bitches. Go out, party, get drunk, hang with your family. Get drunk to forget your family. Get drunk because you want to. I don't know, just be drunk tonight. You're allowed to like katanas. There's nothing wrong with that per se. To begin, yes, I do celebrate Hanukkah. My menorah is right over there, and I'll be lighting it at sundown tonight for the third night. Third night starts at sundown. Jewish days, for those who don't know, start at sundown. So I will be lighting my candles when that happens. It'll be great. Very clever, Labby Shepherd puppy. But yeah, so, oh, Malcolm, you're so cute. I'm actually going to spending New Year's with Jeff and beyond. So I'm flying out to Cincinnati, going to meet Jeff's mom on Thursday, and then we go up to Michigan, and then we spend a bunch of time up there. And then so then we come back here, and we as in me and Jeff lives here after that. So I have a nice new futon. I'm getting the house ready for him. Slowly trying to tidy. The kitchen's still a disaster. Whoops. I was supposed to do that yesterday. I was tired and kind of sniffly, so I was like, fuck that shit, and I didn't. So Mazurus, it's the ongoing debate as to whether this is an Narsil or Andoril. Popular theory says it's not in pieces, so it's Andoril. Other theory says there's no Elvish writing on it, so it's Narsil. Where in Michigan? Lansing. Dejan. How do I pronounce your name? So when are you fighting the Balrog with that thing? Get me a Balrog and I will fight. So yeah. I might sneeze. I'm just gonna talk through the sneeze and get past it. Someone asked me to sing the Eagles fight song. I do songs on request with super chats. Because I gotta pit myself somehow. Son of a bitch. I've been sneezing like crazy yesterday. It's like I'm from the future living in Australia. It's Christmas Day. You are from the future. Merry Christmas, Michael Stott. How's Christmas in Australia? Merry fucking Christmas. Chinese hook blades. Ooh. All right, Macy, thank you for the super chat. Okay, Jesse, I gotta go now. Please give your kitties Christmas rub downs for me. I will. Also, you have a fantabulous Christmas and New Year. Thank you. You too. Have a wonderful, safe holiday full of fun, good cheer, and good people. And that goes for all the rest of you as well. Shalom to be in. One does not simply walk into Michigan. Yeah. Give up the Christmas lights for Jesse. That's right. I'm allergic to light. I'm allergic to the sun. Not like allergic, but sun sneeze or whatever. When you look into the sun, there are people actually are allergic to the sun's rays. It's very sad. But no, like when you look into the sun's rays and it makes you sneeze, or like when the sun's too bright, it makes you sneeze. I get that. It's fun. I haven't had it in a while, but I get that. Thank you, Zeracada. Merry Christmas to you too. The patriarchy might have take offense to the fact that society is for it. Society didn't force you to do anything. I just like being armed. It's fun to have weapons. Hey, Han, come here. Do you want to see the sword? You want to come see my sword? So, Lando is terrified of anything sword shaped. So this, and see, look, a hand and a half sword for me is 2 hands because my hands are tiny. And Han has no fear of swords. So I demonstrated this by taking one of my toy lightsaber things and poking him with it and going, see, if you were afraid of lightsabers, you might still be alive. Wow. The sun is shining, the bushfires around Sydney are dying down, and no more ash on my car. Hooray! I did not realize Sydney was on fire. I should check in on my friends who also live there. But hopefully, well, that's good that it's dying down and that you're not raining ash from this apocalyptic sky anymore. So, Merry Christmas. Happy sunny day to you. Yeah. Little known useless fact. Michigan has the least amount of sunlight per year in the contiguous U.S. states. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. Fuck you, Michigan. Yeah, I don't particularly care for the state, but the company should be nice. By company, I mean Jeff. He gives a shit about Little Big Dion. Happy Life Day. Happy Life Day to you too, R.C. Scott. Where's this thing? I gotta keep my hands busy while we're working. I gotta multitask here. Because I'm working on some Christmas presents for people who live in cold places like Michigan and can actually use warm things. But I may have, as I often do, overextended myself and therefore might not have enough time. So like Dion's gift might be getting finished in the car on the way up to Michigan, or just like while I'm there. Like, Merry Christmas, Dion. You can have this when I'm finished with it. Why white though? It's not going to be all white. It's going to be white and pink. And it's for somebody who presumably doesn't mind things that are pink or actively likes them. Because you'll blend in with the snow that way. I don't know. I have white yarn. It's honestly a big part of it. It's a very nice soft white yarn, so I thought it would make a nice soft scarf. So, yeah. If I made scarves, would you guys buy them? Just a thought. Like, if that was a thing that I was just making, I just had handy, would you guys buy scarves for me? Because I could do that. Life Day is in November. Whatever, Chris Clark. We'll say what we want when we want. Merry Memorial Day weekend. I don't know. Knit a sweater for the cats. I have done that. I do have a Christmas sweater for the cats. They hate it. It's wonderful. There's some pictures on the Milestone Cats Instagram of Han wearing it from years past. I haven't put it on him yet this year because my friend lent me his Santa cat outfit and I put that on him instead, and it was amazing. So yeah, I am looking forward. So basically, growing up, my mom's side of the family my mom grew up Christian. And you would buy scarves. Thanks. Good to know, Ryan. Daya. So yeah, because it's a thing that maybe what I'll do is just crochet scarves during the year and then have a bunch of scarves to sell around the holidays for people who want a handmade scarf for themselves or their loved ones. Because handmade with love, it's always a nice gift, right? It seems like a thing I could do. Seems like a reasonable idea. Maybe I could do scarves on commission as well. That would be like, would a scarf suit me? I don't know, Fourth Word. I don't know what you look like. But I feel like you can make a scarf for any kind of person. Like I made one for my dad. So I use a looser knit for a lot of women's scarves because it gives it sort of that more fashionable look. But men typically prefer scarves for function over fashion. Not all men, some like fashionable ones, but I'm not exactly using making like Argyle here or whatnot. Is that a thing? People get Argyle scarves? I don't know. So I made my dad one. I made it like a nice mustard yellow with gray on the edges because yellow is his favorite color. But it's like a nice manly yellow, not like neon or anything, And it's really long and really warm, and he wears it all the time in the warm weather to take the dogs out. So huge Tom Baker Dr. Who scarf. That shit takes time, yo. That shit takes time. I don't know if I have the time for that nonsense. Because yeah, that's one thing is like making scarves for women is easier because the looser stitch means it gets done faster, and you also make them not quite as wide. Like if I was making a scarf for a guy, I'd make it probably another inch or two wider, just because they have bigger necks and stuff. So, but yeah, maybe that's yeah, of course, Dr. Alex, go figure. So wool yarn ain't no joke, bitches. But yeah, I mean, that'd be a kind of thing, like if people gave me requests early enough, I could make scarves. Because that's the thing is, yeah, it takes with single knit too. So like the men's scarves are single knit, so it takes much longer. It's fun and it's like a nice, easy thing you can do while you're just like watching TV or something. But it does take some time to make. So, you know, start to finish, it really depends. Dejan, I don't know. It really definitely depends. Because like again, something like this one, this double stitch scarf that's made for a woman is probably going to take me about 5 hours, but a men's scarf that's a little wider, a little longer, and single stitch could easily take me twice that long. So 5 to 15 hours, I would say, depending on the project. Now I can also do hats. The thing that I'm discovering about hats is that I need to use a thicker yarn so I can use my thicker hook, because I had got this very fine yarn to do it with. And that means I need to use this smaller hook to make a tighter stitch. So it's actually going to be tight and warm, as opposed to having lots of holes and not keeping anybody warm. But I can do hats as well. I can do hats, and those take, if I'm using this hook, even with single stitch, with a thicker material, a hat is going to take, like a beanie kind of hat is going to take maybe 5 hours too, maybe less, depending on how big the head is. You know, it's nice. That's the thing about scarves. So hats you have to be a little more aware of, because you're adding or subtracting stitches as you go, to make the you know, obviously to wind it in or make it bigger. Scarves are nice because you're just going down rows, and so it's very mindless. It's mindlessly entertaining. Hey, but I'm chain. So it's a nice thing for that. Can you do sweaters? I don't see why not. Yeah, I could definitely do a sweater, a red and green striped sweater. That would take a long time, and I would need to know measurements and things like that. But I could do a sweater for sure. I'm not sure how long it would take, but I could do one. GS Will 11 says, can't believe they ripped off the Twin Sons moment yet again in this trilogy. I know, and made Rey's moment, and made it Rey's moment. Is it just me? No, that infuriated me. I was so mad when they did that whole ending scene where she's tootling around the moisture farm as if she has some fucking connection to it, as if like the 2 days she's ever spent with Luke Skywalker ever means something. And made this like her moment, and took like one of the most iconic moments from Star Wars and reappropriated it for a different character. Like, no, I'm sorry, bitch, you're not a Skywalker. Fuck you. Anyway, someone asked about seeing the sword. Here is sword. Sword. Dot dot dot. Wee. But yeah, the fucking choreography of that movie pissed me off so much. I swear to God, it was just they just waved their hands around at each other and CGI this shit in later. So it's oh my God. And that whole moment too, it took way too long because you knew exactly what was happening there, and it was like, it was so contrived to have some fucking woman walking by with some weird camel thing being like, no one's been around these parts for so long, who are you? Literally just inserted so that she could say that fucking line. I'm Rey. Rey who? Insert unnecessarily long moment where Leia and Sky and Luke's Force Ghost appear to her slowly, and then she goes, Rey Skywalker, dun, 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 like nobody saw that coming. Jesus fucking Christ. Literally took Luke's legacy and transferred it to Rey. Exactly. It's like, oh, now all this is you. Like, then why does Luke even matter anymore? Who the fuck is Luke to anybody anymore? And it's just like, why? What the hell's the point? Sure, because the way the universe works, by tomorrow everyone will raise him and fucking worship her. She'll be like Jesus, like Luke is Judaism and Rey is Jesus, and just creates her own new religion. No one remembers the Jews anymore. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. Oh my God, I'm doing that video comparing making Rey be Jesus. That's gonna be great and probably offend people. Good. Cannot wait. God, that last scene just Oh, and to already do it as like, the Return to the King, extra ending, bonus ending, little epilogue bullshit of like, here's the ending, we won, everyone's celebrating, the final order, which existed for like 2 days, is now destroyed. Huzzah. Oh my god, the stakes were so high, the universe was so threatened for all of 5 fucking minutes. Half people in the galaxy probably didn't even know that they were under attack at all, or about to be under attack at all. But nope, you saved the day again. And so we wrap this up with our big celebration. And then, oh no, by the way, we have to just fuck you in the ass with this little member berry. Like, all right, whatever. Kill me in the face. Thanks, Peter Charon. Merry Christmas, and Epstein did not kill himself. Hilarious. But yeah, so I'm very annoyed. I'm highly annoyed. So it's just it's really, really fucking shameful. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, I guess if you bought into these movies, then you're happy about that. Like, there are people, I guess, who saw, and that's what disgusts me, is there are people who saw that movie and got to that end scene and were like, because for them, like, Rey is just as important as the original characters, which is like, what? Why? Old school Jeremy, you see a sword indeed. Andrew Malachinsky sent me a sword for Christmas because he's the best. Boom. It's a sword. Yep, I'm a winner. So there you go. But yeah, what the actual fuck? It's just total, like, appropriation of existing ideas in canon and things that mean something to other people. And there's like, nope, I'm just gonna take a shit on it and move on. Ugh. Yeah, it's just. What's my number 1 movie of the year? Bring Back the Good Old Days. That's a great question. I mean, it might be Cats. I've yet to see Cats. I also have not yet seen Jumanji. I really want to see Jumanji. So, maybe I'll see it with Jeff, since I don't know if he's seen it yet either. Let's find out. Okay. Maybe we'll actually see a movie together instead of saying we're gonna see one together and not see it. Okay. Only the power of Jedi. But yeah, can do anything because a dyad. Because she and Kylo Ren are a dyad, which means that they're just super powerful for some reason, which makes no sense. Because it's like, oh, you guys are a dyad, so like, shouldn't they just be super powerful together? Like, why does that make them super powerful by themselves too? It just doesn't make any sense. Nicholas Glenn making Jeff a sweater would take like a year or more. I don't know if you met Jeff. He's kind of gigantic. Doug Krause, I'm very excited for Jumanji. I really loved the last one. I thought it was cool, and it's just so much fun. So much fun. Hello, Malcolm. Are you coming to play with my yarn like a badness? Ooh, we can make him a cat toy. You guys want to make Mel a cat toy because we care about him? Malcolm, do you want a toy? Emily Freeman, thank you for the super chat. Happy holidays. I'm heading off, but before I do, rank the new films from 7 to 9 and the Star Wars story movies. Okay. So, Rogue One for me is by far the best one of the Disney Star Wars films, period. End of story. Not even a contest on that. It's the only one I actually enjoyed, liked, and would watch involuntarily. After that, I'm honestly going to have to say that the next best one is, I'm going to have to go with the Rise of Skywalker on this, because The Force Awakens would get it because it's the most mild, except that it completely erases Han's legacy, and he's my favorite character, so call me biased, but like the fact they did that to my Han boy means I just can't be okay with that movie. Rise of Skywalker, if somebody forced me to sit down and watch it again, I would be like the least viscerally upset watching. I'd still be there like, this doesn't make any sense, but like in the theater, I was just kind of laughing at the shit that was done. That was dumb. You're right. Rise of Skywalker, Rogue One, 7. LOJ last. What is LOJ? Am I retarded? Rise of Skywalker. I don't know what LOJ is. 8 solo. But yeah. So if I'm going order, I'm gonna go Rogue One, Rise of Skywalker, Force Awakens, Solo, Last Jedi, I think, or Last Jedi Solo. They're kind of, I think Solo, Last Jedi, because I think as much as Last Jedi, I gotcha. I think, yeah, I think probably Solo, Last Jedi, just as much as I despise Solo and think it's a piece of crap and totally shits all over Han Solo. It's just the Last Jedi of all of the movies is the functionally worst made. GS, well, I agree, it was very, very hollow and cringy. So yeah, I would say the functionally worst made one. I'm taking this yarn so I can make a toy for you, okay? I'm making a toy for you because I love you, Malcolm. I do these things for you because I love you. Okay. So Solo is better. Yeah, Solo's just a better made movie than The Last Jedi is the thing. So it kind of just wins because of that, unfortunately. So that's kind of, yeah, I guess that's my order. The thing is that in terms of quality of film, I think Rise of Skywalker is the second shittiest made one of all of them. I really do. I think it's a very poorly made movie that makes very little sense, has so many unearned moments. So next to The Last Jedi, I think it's the next shittiest made one, followed by Force Awakens, followed by Rogue One. Or Rogue One, Force Awakens are, in terms of movie making, are... or Solo. Hold on, where did I put Solo in there? No, Solo. So worst made, I think Last Jedi is the worst function, like from a technical standpoint. Last Jedi is the worst made one, followed by Solo, Rise of Skywalker, both kind of up there. Probably Rise of Skywalker, then Solo. There's just so much that didn't make sense in Rise of Skywalker. And then like Force Awakens and Rogue One are just more coherent plots. Even if they're not as great. Last Shot is just a big middle finger to Star Wars for 2 hours. Exactly. It's still at the bottom of the barrel. It's still the end of it. So I'm actually going to make that video because there are some people saying that this, like, I think a lot of people are saying, and I'm not going to name names, Doomcock, are saying things like Rise of Skywalker is worse than The Last Jedi because they want to say that because they feel like it's a hotter take to say that. But I don't think that's true. I just functionally don't think that's a factual statement. And one of the big differences is like I felt like the filmmaker was giving me the finger when I watched The Last Jedi, and I didn't feel disrespected as a Star Wars fan. Like I didn't feel personally disrespected intentionally as a Star Wars fan in the theater for Rise of Skywalker. I'm not saying I felt respected particularly. I'm not saying I felt like it was good or did something, but I think that J.J. Abrams learned things from the missteps from the other films to try to make the best Star Wars movie that he could have made. Now, as I've heard some people saying, like, well, if he had control over from the beginning, it would have been fine. I'm like, I'm not going to go that far either because he did do The Force Awakens, and that was just a total rehash, which I think was really a huge cop-out in a very big way. And so if I would say that knowing what he knows now, I would say that given the way everything's turned out, knowing what he knows now, if J.J. Abrams were to go back, let's say he got to go back in time and start all over again, I think start to finish, he would make an acceptable Star Wars trilogy. Because I do think Rise of Skywalker demonstrated that he learned not just from the missteps of The Last Jedi, which he clearly did, even though those were not his missteps, but the ones from The Force Awakens too. I think that he heard those complaints of things being of not giving us nothing new, and I think he strove to rectify that. What he did instead was overcompensated and was like, new world, new character, new world, new character, and just kind of fucked you in the face seizure style with all of this stuff. But again, it was like it was an honest effort, you know. I don't think Rian Johnson even tried to challenge the audience. I think the mistake Rian Johnson made was thinking that for some reason it was his job to do that. It was his job to like make a subversive Star Wars film. Like it was his job to be clever about it, and he just really should not have tried to be clever about it. That's not what Star Wars is supposed to be. So there's no reason to try to do that. But yeah, I don't know. but yeah, so I do think knowing what he knows now, I think that that J.J. Abrams could go back and redo the whole trilogy and make something acceptable. But that said, in the moment, it's not what we got. I think Rise of Skywalker is trying to do that, is trying to sort of reboot this whole trilogy and give us everything we didn't get from the other ones and but pack it into one movie. And as a result, like, we have this frenetic Indiana Jones style, adventure going on that could have worked and could have paced correctly for Star Wars if it was the adventure that was going on from the beginning. Like, let's say that The Force Awakens starts with Palpatine's voice out in the ether, right? He hasn't come back yet, but there's a weird transmission, and maybe by the end of the first movie, they realize it's Palpatine. Maybe they're getting this transmission, or there's some weird darkness brewing, and by the end of it, we realize it's Palpatine, and that Palpatine maybe is doing something with the First Order, right? So right from the get-go, who needs a Snoke? Just have Kylo Ren as this whiny crybaby leader of the First Order, this totally erratic leader, and have Hux be the guy trying to keep him on the leash, And Hux in that way could be more sinister and more powerful even than Kylo Ren in some ways. And you can still have all the other shit that you're doing with like Rey bumping into Finn, and Finn really should have been a much more central character to the story. And so the three of them come together and realize that they have some between Rey's Force sensitivity and Finn's knowledge of the First Order and Poe's piloting abilities. They have what it takes, the three of them, to go off and find this wayfinder to decode this message, or the dagger to decode, might find out what's going on, basically. And so maybe or maybe that's, the deal is at the end of the movie, they realize it's the Emperor. And so they now in the next movie are on this quest to find the Wayfinder because they need to find it so they can lead their armies to defeat Palpatine. And then all the other stuff gets mixed in. And if you want to hint at the beginning that there's some weird connection between Rey and Kylo Ren because this weird dyad thing or whatever that you want to introduce sooner and actually kind of have it be logical in the plot, like you could have done this in a way that I don't know if I would like it, but I can see a way. Bye, Drake Argentis. Thanks for being here. I can see a way that you could have handled all of the ideas that Abrams brought into the Rise of Skywalker in a way that's palatable and makes sense. So maybe part of this quest for getting the Wayfinder brings them to Luke Skywalker. And honestly, like, bring Luke into the beginning, to the first one, because Rey and Finn and Poe together all have such chemistry. We want them going around on adventures for the next movies. So, maybe Han goes with Finn and Poe in the first one. And if you want to kill him off in some way, that's fine. And maybe Rey is the one who ends up with Luke in the first one to train and figure out the stuff and gets the abilities that she needs to go after the Wayfinder, because Luke is going to help her do that because, he was looking for the Wayfinder in life and maybe his failure. Honestly, he had me a Force Ghost the entire time. He died somewhere or whatnot. I don't care. Or just like he was looking for the Wayfinder and his failure led to him. Maybe he's not a recluse in failure. Maybe he's on this island studying the Jedi text because somewhere in there is the secret to finding the Wayfinder. And so he trains her as a nice distraction, and maybe she'll bring some clue that he didn't have. The Goonies Sith dagger map key. Also, the whole like power of friendship thing was very Goonies-esque the way they did it too. Map key exactly. So I'm just saying, like, there was a way that you could have taken all of the ideas that they crammed into the Rise of Skywalker, ignored the shit from the first two, and fleshed this out into a trilogy that was somewhat palatable. And that made sense, and that integrated the old characters and the new in a way that we liked and cared about and wanted. And maybe Luke knows the whole time that she's Palpatine's granddaughter, and instead of fucking Kylo Ren doesn't have to be the fucking his failure or anything like that. He could still be Han and Leia's son. But maybe he never trained as a Jedi. Maybe he was bad from the beginning, and there was never this Luke failing him moment, right? So maybe Luke's whole thing is, or maybe that's what it is. Maybe it was Luke failed him in some different kind of way, where obviously he doesn't try to fucking kill him, and then maybe realizing that Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter, he looks at that as his chance for redemption, and so decides he's going to train her and keep her from turning to the dark side, and that maybe she can bring Ben back to the light, and that's like a thing he can do for his friends. Like, there's so many different ways you could have handled all of this. So I'm looking at the Rise of Skywalker. I'm like, the ideas are all kind of there, and I'm okay with a lot of the ideas. The dagger shit's dumb, and they had to do all that stuff because they didn't have time to actually build it up. I'm not saying Abrams is capable of doing it correctly if he had the time. I'm just saying, like, these ideas could have worked if given the proper time to marinate. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not as down on the Rise of Skywalker as I am, say, Last Jedi, because Last Jedi was just a one-off thing going nowhere for Rian Johnson to wave his dick around and go, look how clever I am. And it's just really not fun for me to sit through that. But I watch Rise of Skywalker and I'm disappointed at what we got, but I'm also like, well, I'm seeing the potential. So I'm not mad at Rian Johnson for what he delivered us. I'm like, I think you honestly did the best you could with what you had. And what he had partially just being, J.J. Abrams and suffering the limitations of being J.J. Abrams. RC Scott says, before I take off, how much should I get together for the sweater? I'm 6 foot, 230 pounds. If you want me to make you the sweater, RC Scott, you're the one who wants the red and white striped one. All I need is your measurements. And then I can get the yarn and do that. And I just, I would charge you for time and for the yarn. But yeah, if you really want the sweater, you can hit me up somewhere. You can email me, me.mindlessentertainment@gmail.com. me.mindlessentertainment@gmail.com. And yeah, if you want, if you just send me your measurements. I would need like your arm length. I would need your neck. I would need your shoulder width. I would need chest. I need waist. So yeah, I need a few more. Yes. So I would need those things. Yeah, what popped up quick? I don't know. So yeah, I would just need those things, and I'm happy to do it. It might take me till next season, just because the sweater is kind of a big undertaking. But yeah, if you want, email me measurements and stuff. We could discuss price as well. And yeah, but that's like, I'm willing to do stuff on commission crocheting wise. You need to be patient. Know that if you're requesting something from me, unless you want to pay top dollar or get it rushed, it's gonna take time. Yeah, and you are getting a handmade, homemade piece, so you will be charged accordingly. I'm not going to be like, $100 for a beanie or anything like that, but it's going to be like, expect a small markup from what you'd expect to pay in a store, because if you want to just get a beanie from a store, just go to a store and get a beanie. But if you want one handmade by the God Empress, custom made to your specifications, then you pay for it. So that is the way of things. But yeah, I'm happy to do these things if people want them. Anyway, thanks, Darth Revan 4570. Merry Christmas to you too. Notice me. Okay, Frodo X Anna Lover 12. So like, are you Frodo who loves Anna? Is that okay? Anyway, I've noticed you. You've been noticed. I'm glad you love my content. I'm very glad you're here. I appreciate you guys all being here. And make sure you press the like button if you have not done so already. Impression is very important. Very important. This holiday season, give the gift of a like for me on YouTube. Merry Pissmas. Thanks, Jimmy Fabiano. I want a terrible towel. As in like a towel that just doesn't work very well because it's made out of yarn. Because I can do that. To actually create a towel, like a functional towel, is kind of I would need to know how to do that, and I don't. Can you make a Jane hat? I could definitely make a Jane hat. I actually have a Jane hat too. The one thing I'm working on learning is how to make like the pom-pom for it. I think it's just a matter of tying a bunch of shit together. But yes, I could make a Jane hat. That is definitely a thing I can make. Oh, I get it. The Steelers. I get it. The terrible towel. Now I understand. I mean, I guess I could make one. It would look like a little blanket because it would be crocheted. But I can make an ugly yellow bumblebee colored towel and possibly put the words Steelers on it. Making Christmas sweaters. Grandma Jess. That's me. TC the Mandalorian. That is me. Yeah. Grandma Jessie. Right now I'm making a scarf, actually, because I like to keep it simple like an adult. Ooh, I did just make a cat toy, though. See how my cats like it. See, it's just they love to chew on the yarn, so I was like, well, I don't want them to eat the yarn or choke on it, so let me tie it together in a way that's pleasing for them to play with. But, Malcolm, look at this. Look what I made for you. Do you like it? Do you like it? Now you can chew on yarn. I think he likes it. 23Revan84 says, Merry Christmas, God Empress Jessie. Thank you, 23Revan84. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year. All of those good things. Malcolm, do you like this toy I made for you? He's holding on to it, so I think he does. Oh, God, I know. Ray everywhere. It's like she wasn't anywhere before The Force Awakens, and now she's everywhere. Look, he's sleeping with the toy I made him. Good job, Malcolm. I love you. Love you. I love my cats way a lot much. So many things. Anyway, also thank you for the super chat, Rev 23Revan84. It's good to have you around always. E1000 Advanced Proto Chad. I think that is beyond my skill to create. So, and Festivus for the rest of us, indeed. Yeah. So don't hurt your back by picking up that mighty big sword. Yeah. Just might break my window. Rawr, sword. Oh, look, someone left a cup here from the holiday party, and it is still full of wine. Let's put that somewhere else. It's not going to fall over. Cool. I know this cat is possibly cuter than Baby Yoda. It's really impossible to live with him. I can't deal with it. Oh yeah, bubble wrap from the sword. And the head that I received. I got a head. It was great. But yeah. Apparently, I don't know if he put up on his channel or not, but or he put on Twitter. Apparently, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Justin Proper put up the They Can Fly scene with the We Can Fly music from Peter Pan, which I thought was delightful. Yeah, I mean, don't go see it for Palpatine, Frodo. You'll be really disappointed if you're there for Palpy. But Lando was fine. He was just finally they didn't fucking disgrace an original character, but he was just kind of there, so whatever. Old school Jeremy, the popular theory is that it is Andoril. We were having the debate as to whether it's Andoril or Narsil earlier, so you decide. You decide. Thank you, Monkey Jeebus. Happy Hanukkah. Where are the cats? Well, I've got Han sleeping in my field of view in front of me. Jane sleeping off to the right on my pair of fuzzy pajama pants. Lando's probably hiding somewhere like a bitch, and Mel is napping quietly right over here. Your little Shayna pudding. You're my baby. Hello, my baby. Hello. He's holding this little toy I just made for him. I just made him his toy, and he's just holding it like he likes it. Oh my goodness. I love you, Malcolm. He's so cute and slappy. He's so slappy. Oh boy. Dr. Alex has got to go. Jesse, you have to continue typing up episode 5 of The Doctor, season 12. Wow. Very exciting. So Dr. Alex wrote some officially commissioned Doctor Who stories back in the day, and he wrote a new one recently that I am going to review for my channel one of these days. I keep promising. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. It's just life. It's been taking me a while, but I'm going to do it, and he believes me, I hope. So it's cool. So is cool. What are you crocheting? I'm crocheting a scarf that I am making for somebody. Yeah. So, actually right now I need to pop up real quick and get another color to continue because we're switching colors here. I don't blame Harrison Ford wanting Han Solo to die, to be honest. Yeah, given the way this trilogy's gone, fuck. I'd be much happier not being in him. Of course, they fucking revive him for some stupid shit in here. Hi, Jane. Are you awake? Are you done being slappy? You want a toy, too? I'll make one for you, too. Oh, Han, it is not lunchtime, even though you always think it's lunchtime. You and me, Jane Little. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. I'm just getting the yarn I need. Aha, there it is. To continue with this project. Here I am. Pop-up video? What do you mean pop-up video? Jane, do you want a toy too? Let me take this one from you. Jane Little. Yes, there's a new box in the house since you've been slapping. Jane Little, look. It's just yarn. Do you want it? No, you're scared of it. Okay. There you go, Malcolm. That's for you. Oh, you got itchy ear. Anyway. Yes. So just got to change over my colors here. like you do. How many cats? I have 4. I have Mal and Jane and Han and Lando, and they're all delightful, and I love them very, very, very much. Very, very mucho. Very much a lot. So, yep. Let's see. Where's the end of this yarn? Here it is. I found it. Hi, Jane Little. Mel, wear a crown. It's a hat. Oh my god, you're so ridiculous. He's just lying there with it on his face. Oh. Are you going to name the sword? Probably. Swords need names. And this one's too small to truly be Andoril. It should get a name of its own. It will. I'll make it happen. Let's see. About there, I should say. Let's see how we did. Sorry, I'm just attaching 2 new pieces of yarn. Hi, Keely Chow. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. We're doing the live stream early today since, presumably some of you guys have Christmas Eve plans. I'm really looking forward to doing my Jewish Christmas tomorrow. Though we're adding a traditional element because one of my friends, it's traditional for her to watch It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas, which I love that movie. So, and then another friend has never seen It's a Wonderful Life. So we're having a nice American-y breakfast, watching It's a Wonderful Life, probably getting stoned out of our minds and seeing cats, and then getting some Chinese food. So the movie and Chinese food is the proper way to celebrate Jewish Christmas. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time that I'm very much looking forward to. All right, let's go. Come on. Sorry, I'm changing over colors in my yarn. It's a process. Perfect. I sized that out perfectly because I'm a hero. Christmas Story 24 hours. No, thank you. I have not been to the one up yet this Christmas season. They play A Christmas Story on repeat for the entire month of December. So, yeah. Maybe Jeff and I will watch Die Hard when we're together, which is very soon. Hey, Midnight Luna, what's up? Merry Christmas. So we're Kylo and Ren. No, they're not related, but because she takes the name Skywalker at the end, then you could make the argument that, well, they're not blood related, but she takes the name Skywalker, which makes her technically part of his family. If she's saying she's like the adopted love child of Luke and Leia, which is weird and incestuous. So, yeah, because that's the weird thing. It's like Han is very much forgotten by Rey, even though he was her surrogate father figure for movie 1. But Luke was the surrogate father figure for movie 2, and Leia was definitely the surrogate mother figure in movie 3. So that's the whole question. Is like, all right, if you're Rey Skywalker, what are you to them? Like a kid sister that's like super young, from like in like a totally illogical way? Are you like? Because you can't be their child, because that doesn't make any sense. Oh, thank you, Jesse's Hair, for Weed to See Cats. Thank you for the super chat. It's very appreciated, and definitely necessary for seeing cats. So, yeah, cannot see that shit sober. My friend and I, in preparation, Hadass was over last night, and we were just reading. It was just tweets from people who actually saw cats, and they were hilarious. One of them was, saw cats, and congratulations, dogs. That one cracked me up a little bit. So, yep. If Epstein were still alive, he would have committed suicide after watching The Rise of Skywalker. Oh, God. Yeah. Fun times. Yeah. If you're just joining us, press the like button. My apartment still smells like oil. I made latkes. I had a great Hanukkah party on Sunday night. It was a lot of fun, very successful, and yeah. Obi-Wan 27883, one of my mods, was up here and brought the mate because he brings it. He brings it, and it's great. Definition of what? Hearing the next door neighbors playing Frosty the Snowman to Let It Snow here in Australia. I believe it's beer o'clock now. You enjoy beer 30. Beer o'clock, beer 30, whichever one you like to drink to. Whichever one gets you to the beer faster, Michael. Drink yourself silly. Drinking is always acceptable in my world. Always acceptable. I'm going to really try to drink less next year because, like, I don't know, living longer or something. But it's just, I do love drinking. Oh, where are the drunk Bible stories? That's a good question. I should do a drunk Hanukkah story. Maybe I'll do that one tonight. We'll see. I'm probably going to get drunk tonight. So maybe I'll do a drunk story of Hanukkah. It'll involve all the weird songs. Because you're right. We need a drunk Bible story. There hasn't been one since Passover this year. I did like that series. Heading home, crash your parents for dinner night and watching Little Women. Are you seeing the new one? Because I heard that it's not great. I heard the performances are all like fine and stuff, but that they do nonlinear storytelling that makes it kind of bad. But how bad can it? You'll just get to stare at women. I think some of them are attractive, right? Bye, Adrian. Have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your evening. 5:00 here in Michigan. All right. Well, have fun. Yeah, I guess some of you guys are probably gonna be getting ready to skip off to your Christmas Eve plans tonight, and that's fine. Well, you're a very good son for doing that. Props to you. That's a very generous thing that you're doing. So, A+. Kudos to Dejan. Dayan. I don't know what. I'm just gonna keep pronouncing it every different way I want to. Dejan. Props to Dejan, and Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, I'm going to hang out here for a little while longer, though. So somebody's cooking and it smells fucking delicious, and I'm so hungry because I haven't eaten all day. Oh, my God. Star Wars Theory channel? If so, do I like the guy who runs that channel? Do we want to go down this rabbit hole? I don't understand why his review of the Rise of Skywalker is over 1 million views. From what I hear, it's just him being kind of on the fence about the whole thing. It was Dayan. Okay, I kind of figured because the last name seems like it's Yanevsky or Yanchevsky. So if the J looks like it's going for a Y, and the last name probably for the first one, so Dayan. Now I know. I am crocheting relaxing nature. I am crocheting. It's very different. It has a hook instead of 2 needles, and it's a lot easier to do mindlessly, and if you fuck up, it's easier to fix. So it's nice for me. Yeah, no, I know who he is. Jason Mirza. The umming wasn't about me trying to remember who he is. It was about what I want to say about him or not. Yeah, he did the Vader fan film, which was cool, I guess. I liked it when I saw it. I gave it a very positive review on my channel. I had some technical issues with it largely, but I liked the concept. I liked the execution of it. I thought for the most part it was well done. Thanks, relaxing nature. Or was that you just being surprised? Was that like, oh, you have skills, like a compliment, or was that like, wow, you actually have a skill, amazing? So the thing is that I know somebody who has met him and has had a few very negative encounters with him. Including having him, even though he knew she had a boyfriend, skeezily trying to hit on her. It was weird. So I don't particularly care for him as a human being. Just based on that and kind of based on the stuff that went on with this friend of mine and him, I don't really watch his content because it's hard to like separate now, when you watch him be him, and I'm just like, he just kind of makes my skin crawl a little bit. So no, not a fan. Not a fan. That's what I think of him. Thanks for asking. He's just, he also kind of strikes me as being like a somewhat disingenuous person, but I don't know. The Kingslayer, yes, that is who we were talking about. Was he wearing a Christmas Cosby sweater while hitting on her? I don't think so. I cannot necessarily confirm that, but I don't think so. But yeah, no, yeah. And also, yeah, I don't know. I'm not here like shit talk other people, but yeah, ask. So I'm always going to give my honest opinion. That's my honest opinion. Obi-Wan says, love your outlook. Check out George C. Scott, A Christmas Carol. I love it. Have a great holiday. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you for being here, Obi-Wan. It is nice to have you. You guys know, and hopefully one of the reasons you love me is, it's always pure, straight from the heart, unadulterated Jesse. And if you want even more unadulterated, I think I'm going to try to tamp down on the swearing on my channel a little bit. But there'll be plenty of that on Patreon. So I got a lot of rants. Some of my Rise of Skywalker rants are only going to be available on Patreon. So, and I'm doing for just $1 a month. I'm doing 2 videos a week for Patreon. For $2 a month, I'm doing videos almost every day of the week. So it's really not that much. Thank you, Relaxing Nature. People keep telling me that, and I guess, and it definitely took me some time to learn some new stitches. I learned single stitch a long time ago, but it just, I think that I get into the rhythm of it, and I really like the pattern of it, and that sort of makes sense to me. Like, I'm very tactile anyway, so it kind of feeling my way through this really works for me. And I also like the elements, the difficult elements, like adding and dropping stitches to create texture, or, tapering and stuff for making hats, things like that. It's very mathematical kind of in a way. And I like that. That makes sense to me. That kind of stuff. It's a very relaxing, pastime for me. 'Cause it's just sort of yeah, I guess I can see how it can be difficult if it's not something that you're good at, or but just sort of, I think it's just how my mind works. And Michael Stott, you're funny. The way my mind sees things. I think if you're someone who has trouble kinesthetically and visual, it's a very visual and kinesthetic thing that works together. So if those two parts of your learning don't work together really well, it could definitely be really challenging, because you kind of have to visualize what's happening, know what's visually happening with the steps that you're taking, in order for it to make sense. So, yeah, so it can be, but I think it's just something that the way my brain works, it works pretty well for me. And then scarves are not the most technically difficult things that you can do. They're just going back and forth forever. So, there's definitely a lot more technically difficult methods or technically difficult patterns and stuff that you can do. But yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You need a Santa hat. I know. I was looking. I don't have one. I was like, man, I should have had a Santa hat for this stream, but I don't own one. So, womp womp. Guys, if you're just joining us, please press the like button. Merry Christmas. We're bitching about things, and you go. Do you think Kathleen Kennedy signs another contract with Disney and then hires Ryan Johnson to do a new trilogy? I hope not, but I get this feeling. That's an interesting thing. Now, I know that the Rise of Skywalker had a very disappointing opening. It'll be interesting to see how those numbers hold up or don't. It flopped. It straight up flopped in China too, which really hurts the worldwide box office, which hurts its ability to get to that billion. So it does Rise of Skywalker make $1 billion as of right now? That's not a certainty. And if it doesn't, I think if you have a Star Wars movie that makes under $1 billion, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked about the future of Star Wars, and is Kathleen Kennedy the right person to be at that helm? And now she has a lot of questions to ask herself too about what she wants her legacy to be, because she could cut her losses and be like, well, she made a bunch of movies, most of them did really well. She helmed the studio for a bunch of movies, most of which were financially successful. So she's not exactly, I mean, the Rise of Skywalker is making a profit, So, oh my God, Midnight Luna, lucky you, $100 gift card for booze. Very nice. Yeah, so Kathleen Kennedy has to, she might want to be thinking about her legacy, cut your losses. Okay, so you made some missteps along the way, and you're not exactly finishing with a bang, considering Rise of Skywalker is on track to earn the least amount of money of the trilogy. doing only better than Solo. And so um so you can look at things like, how much faith does she have in herself, and how much longer does she want to keep doing this? Is she going to helm the next iteration era of Star Wars films? Because right now there's sort of like a limbo. They've made a bunch of changes. They kind of knew exactly where the ship was sailing to, with their spinoffs and Ryan Johnson's trilogy and Benioff and Weiss's trilogy and all that. And now you have like Benioff and Weiss's trilogy is canceled. You have Ryan Johnson supposedly working on his trilogy, but no news on that. And now we've got Feige making a Star Wars movie and sort of this future, but like some canceled spinoff ideas, Solo not getting its sequels that it was potentially under contract for. Sorry, Johnny P. Not sorry. So it depends. Like if she really thinks she's got what it takes to spearhead the next iteration of Star Wars films and have it be successful and ride it through the post sequel trilogy hangover and bring about something good, but you're talking about years in the making. I feel like if you're signing on and that's just, this is the choices Disney has to make and the choices Kathleen Kennedy has to make too, right? Because she's not necessarily going to want to stick around for longer than this. She's taking a lot of heat for the role, the job she's done, so the role she's played in all of this. So maybe at this point you just go, I did my job, I saw this through, and I don't really want this anymore. I mean, she's already in her 60s. She could easily retire. I don't know. Maybe she's a workaholic who doesn't want to retire. Maybe she's like, I did this. My legacy is making these movies, and whether or not, however you feel about them, they were financial successes, and retire, done, pinnacle of your career, end it on a financially a high note, from a business perspective. And that's your job. Your job as the president is to make money. So end it, well in that regard and fuck right off. And then for Disney to say like, what's this next era going to be? And is she the right person to bring in the new ideas? I mean, you saw a lot of the controversy and a lot of this woman-centric and identity politics focus in the sequels was Kathleen Kennedy's idea, So given that enormous misstep, which you can see clearly in the numbers by these movies failing in China, do you trust her to steer the ship anymore? So I wouldn't, but I'm not Disney. It depends how you're looking at it. Like, do we look at, well, it's profitable, she knows what's up and can drive a profit, so keep her because money and who cares? Or are we looking at, yeah, it was profitable, but it could have been more profitable if she hadn't done this, and this, so maybe we look for somebody who's a little more capable. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. So I don't know who they'll look to next. I mean, maybe it's the kind of thing, and maybe that's part of why Feige's developing a film. Maybe you take a lateral move here and move Feige from Marvel to Star Wars. Now that Marvel's kind of seen its best days, maybe you swap him over, and if that's something he wants to do, and I think it would be more interesting for him to be like, well, now you have this sort of clean slate to work with, this blank new era, and figure out what you're going to create, how you're going to build this new empire of Star Wars, which honestly might be a great idea because you saw how deftly he executed the Marvel Cineverse through Endgame. So with only a couple little misadventures here and there, and no box office disasters, zero. Maybe it's the kind of thing you look at that and you're like, hey, here's the Star Wars universe. Like you did so well with the Marvel universe. Here's the Star Wars universe. Create the phases 1 through 3 of Star Wars. Build up new characters. Give us new characters and new spinoffs and new ways that you're eventually going to bring together into something way more epic than the sequel trilogy could ever hope to be. Yeah. Teasing the Mandalorian, unfortunately, that's true, and he may already be bringing Brie fuckface Larson over anyway. So I don't understand what the hype is about her. This is not the place for her. I'm not saying she doesn't have any talent as an actress, but this is not her niche. Superhero shit, hero stuff, action films, this is not her niche. She does not thrive in that environment. She does not have the right personality for that. She's not any personality. It's certainly not the right one for this kind of role. I think that things like Room, I think she is suited fine for certain dramatic pieces like that are just not really asking her to be fun or fun. Because that's the whole thing. Is like, I know she's trying so hard to be this fun, funny person. She's not. She's like naturally, just when you see her, is not fun or funny or endearing or warm, you know? So stop, like, don't put her in roles where she's trying to do that because it just feels wrong. So anyway, those are some of my brain thoughts, if you were wondering, if you was asking, which, you know, you kind of were. But yeah, this is cool. I think I can get this scarf done soon. I'm flying first class tomorrow night. I'm very excited about it. I'm flying a red eye to Cincinnati, and I got my first class bump. I'm very stoked. Fly in comfort, nap in comfort. We'll see if I get to sleep at all. What if they bring her in as a villain? Only if they kill her in a horrible way, in a horrifically horrible way. At some point, you got to realize that Captain Twat Waffle is just not where the money is. But or maybe you don't. Maybe she's sleeping with him, and that's why he likes her. I don't know. Maybe she's fucking all of Hollywood. It's possible. That's right, Jason Meza. I fly a lot, so when you have status with American Airlines, one of the things they do is every X number of miles you fly, you get a 500-mile upgrade. So that is good to upgrade for up to 500 miles of travel. So let's say you're taking like a 2,000-mile flight. If you burn 500 4 500-mile upgrades, you get to be on the request list, the standby list for first class. So you don't automatically get to upgrade, but you go on the upgrade list. And so if there are enough free seats in first class and you are not and you are high enough on the list, because they prioritize by your status. So the higher classes of status get higher priority for upgrades, and then within that, by when you requested it. So if you're in a good position to get that bump, then you get that bump. You get a fly in style. So I'm excited. Very excited. I hope that it will be comfy. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be good. That will be good. So, oh, thanks, Classborn. Merry Christmas to you too. Only so many things can blow our minds, then we start talking shit about it. That's a very accurate statement, Monkey Jeebus. Very accurate statement. Guys, make sure you're pressing the like button if you're not done so already, because we believe in oppression on this channel. Oppression makes the world go around, because I said so. So, yeah. Oh, here's a question. I'm not making any promises, but would you guys want a New Year's Eve live stream from me and Jeff? Because we'll be together on New Year's Eve, and is like having that up there a thing you guys would want to like come chisel with? I don't know why I'm trying to make up words. I should stop. Because like it's possible. I don't know. It's a thing. We haven't talked about it. I'm just putting it out there. I just live to serve. I want to know what you guys want. Okay. Yeah. This is coming along very quickly. I like it. As long as you don't drink too much again. Excuse me, Shadzar. When do I ever drink too much? Ooh, you guys want to know insider tips? I assume you're referring to the my PSA from a couple years ago about how alcohol is bad for you. You chisel with it. That's good. Thanks for coming on that journey with me, Jason. Oh, thanks, Chris the Geek Bowman. Merry Christmas to you too. So what was I saying? Yeah, so fun fact, just enough if you drink enough Jeremy's to call you again. Yeah, oh, you're referring to that stream. Okay. Do you guys want to know an insider secret, some stuff, some magic of filmmaking? The pool stream was fun. Yeah, there was with Dr. Stephen Prostitute. We actually weren't that drunk that night. We were pretty drunk, but we were more just like being silly because we're usually silly. The pool stream was a lot of fun. So here's to many more. There will be other pool streams probably. Because I go to places with pools sometimes. But yeah, so if you did see way back when, I made 2 years ago on New Year's Day, I made a PSA about how alcohol is bad for you, and I was lying face down on my bed in my PJs, stupid hungover. So here's the secret. The secret was that was the night that I discovered Pedialyte, And I actually I drank some before I went to bed, and I was actually not hungover at all. I was a little like sluggish from having drunk so much, but I actually felt ridiculously good, like way more than anyone had a right to feel after how much I drank that night, and just like shots and all different liquors and beer and wine and champagne. It was like, what? But anyway, so I decided then, I was like, oh, I'm going to make a PSA about alcohol being bad when I'm stupid hungover the next day. And then I woke up not stupid hungover, and I was like, you know what? This will still be fun. So I made that video. Anyway, there you go. Insider secret. Insider secret about the magic of cinema. Paleo Geek Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Jesse. Yes to New Year's. Happy Hanukkah, or happy Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. And awesome. I'll pitch it to Jeff. Since it seems like maybe we want this. Pedialyte is a military special. I saw a great tweet somewhere about Pedialyte where someone was like, I've used Pedialyte for my hangovers so many times that I saw a mom getting that for her baby, and I was like, good for that baby starting hard early. I was like, yes. But yeah, it's Pedialyte is magic. I swear by it now. I gotta remember to bring mine to Michigan. I legitimately swear by it now. I gotta remember to bring Jeff's present to Michigan too. I got Jeff a nice birthday present. So yeah. So my problem, Johnny P, when I wake up hungover with doing hair of the dog, is that I usually, when I'm hungover, am very incredibly nauseous. So it may be a point of extreme effort to even get those drinks down. Though when I have managed to, I guess it works kind of. I suppose. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, kitties are all napping. Jane, where'd you go? Jane Little, why don't you come nap with me? Are you napping in my bed? I can't see you. Jane usually naps on my lap, but he's abandoned me. Oh, well, I think he still loves me. I'll press the like button. Thank you, Coma Bernices. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you as well. Anyone do anything fun for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Anyone want to share any fun or wacky holiday stories? I don't know. Do you have them? Do you have stories? Mine are just when I was younger, we would go up to Connecticut because my mom's side of the family celebrated Christmas. So we would celebrate with them, and it was really fun. And some years we didn't go, and in the years we didn't go, we would do Jewish Christmas with my dad, which was movie and Chinese food. Yeah, there was one Christmas, though, where we got snowed in up in Connecticut and had to stay through New Year's. And so we were really sad because we missed New Year's with our dad, but we were supposed to go to bed early because we were all still really young then. But then my aunt came up. We were totally not asleep. And my aunt came up just before midnight and gave us all these cool like decorations and noisemakers and like funny hats to wear, and then brought us downstairs to bring in the New Year. So that was really nice. Yes. Ned Kelly, is that your Christmas story, or is this your impression of my stream? Also, hi. It's been a minute. Another Aussie, right? You're an Aussie too, I believe. Mary. I say Mary, blah, 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 something, blah, blah, blah. Gotcha. Mary, all the blah, blah, blahs to you as well. And it is Christmas Day for you, as I understand from the other Aussie in the stream. So Merry Christmas and all the stuffy stuffs. And it's good to see you, dude. I guess I should stream in the afternoon more often so my Aussie friends can be like, yo, it's the next day evening here, because the future. What's it like in the future, Ned? Is it nice? Is it fun? Is it cool? Are you an outlaw yet, or still? Oh, good stuff. Ned Kelly has an epic beard, by the way, in case you didn't know. Now you know. Yeah, almost time to start the family fights. Huzzah! I feel very fortunate that my family doesn't really fight that much. Though they did debate politics for like forever on our cheesesteak party after Thanksgiving. So, yeah. Oh, I got the sun right on me. Oh, there's Jane Little. Jane is sleeping on the windowsill where he gets the sunlight. Hello, Jane. Or is that Lando? Nope, that's Jane. Jane and Lando are starting to look a lot alike. I have trouble telling them apart sometimes. Like if I see their faces, like, and it's just certain angles, Like right now the sun's shining on him, so I can't tell if he has 1 or 2 white eyebrows, and he's curled up really tightly. And Lando is not much bigger than they are at this point, and when he curls up really tightly, he looks the same size. So, oh, Gigi Santa Maria, hola Jesse, Feliz Navidad from Panama. Feliz Navidad to you as well. Happy Christmas, Harry. Yeah. I do kind of accept the Harry Potter movies as solid Christmas movies because they always have a nice scene about Christmas in them. So, you know, those are good. This is coming along. I might even finish this sometime today. Wouldn't that be great? I mean, maybe not, but maybe no, it would just be great, but maybe I won't get it finished sometime today. I don't know. It's just I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So just opening your second beer. Cheers to you, Michael Stott. Cheers to you. I wish I was that far along. Paleo Geek Chris says Christmas will be extra fun thanks to the Pedialyte info. Oh, you are so welcome. Yeah. It tastes kind of gross, but just grab some Pedialyte. You can get them usually at the supermarket in the baby section. And then you just make usually even for really, really intense ones, like even if you've been drinking a ton, just 1 glass of it will do. Drink it before you go to bed. And I've done nights where it's like I haven't really hydrated at all. I haven't drank any water. I do 1 glass of Pedialyte before I go to bed and I'm saved. Your brother just got to your folks' house. Help me. I don't think I can, but you're just welcome to sort of just chill here and pretend that nothing's happening out there in the world. Be like, I'm sorry, I'm busy. This is a really important video about life-changing events in the world and stuff, and it's really important. So leave me alone. Just do go to the bathroom and just like sit on the toilet for like half an hour. That's what I used to do. I still do that. I do that at bars now sometimes when I need like a break from the people I'm with because I get peopled out easily. I'll just go to the bathroom and sit on the toilet and like go down a BuzzFeed rabbit hole for like half an hour. My friends will be like, "Are you dead?" And I'm like, "Maybe." Crocheting, Zira, crocheting. Oh yeah, you have a similar mirror. This was my friend's and she was getting rid of it, and I was like, I love it, and so I took it. It used to be sitting on another part of the wall, and then everything got rearranged, so they swapped places. That swapped places with the set of shelves that are now where they used to be. Words. Learning to crochet 101. I could teach you guys. I don't think it's that hard. A lot of people find it difficult, but I personally find it pretty basic. Fave Christmas story. Always watch It's a Wonderful Life with my mother while opening presents. Aw, Obi-Wan. Well, I don't know if you heard when I was saying that, but my friends, one of my best friend, she always does It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas. And I usually always watch it around the holidays. It is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And so she's not going home for the holidays this year. And my other friend and I are Jewish, and we're doing our Jewish Christmas tomorrow. But before we get down with Chinese food and movie watching, we're actually going to make breakfast together and watch It's a Wonderful Life. So there you go. So we're kind of all poor to do presents this year. But we'll be able to share the with each other, and that'll be really nice. And we'll share the gift of breakfast. So it's a wonderful tradition. Yeah. Yep. Original trilogy on TV 24/7 until New Year's. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, Michael Stott. I bought myself the tiniest chicken for today. I call it Christmas roast for one. Oh, that's adorable. Well, make sure you throw some tasty seasoning on it and enjoy the shit out of it and do something that makes it juicy and all that stuff. Die Hard 1 and 2, Home Alone, Batman Returns, Polar Express, Christmas Story, Rudolph, Frosty. Those are all excellent Christmas movies. Yeah, guys, let me know what your favorite Christmas movies are. My top 3 are probably Die Hard, Home Alone 2, and It's a Wonderful Life. Not necessarily in that order. I do love It's a Wonderful Life. It's so heartwarming and lovely. I was texting me. Oh, yeah. Why don't you recognize my face, phone? It has facial recognition, and it's like, I don't recognize your face. I'm like, yes, you need to. Aww. My Jeff just wished me Merry Christmas. And he's dressed up all nice and stuff. Look how nice he looks. Look how nice he looks for Christmas Eve with his family. Isn't he cute? Yeah, old school Jeremy. I've always liked Home Alone 2 better. I know it's weird, but I like it. Yes, I'm crocheting like an old lady, and that is my beautiful boyfriend. Oh, his hair's all foofy. It's way too long right now, but he made it all nice and stuff, so he looks really cute. Retake, that was terrible. Merry Christmas to you too. Heart, heart, heart. He's such a wonderful boyfriend. Okay, everyone here for Christmas now. It's time to watch Die Hard. Have fun, Ed Kelly. That's a great tradition too. Scrooge with Bill Murray. All right, Gremlins. Gabor Zaworski, I like you knitting and wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you. I'm crocheting, but Merry Christmas to you too. But yeah. Yeah. Any other favorite Christmas movies? How long have you two been together? Okay, so we've actually only officially been together for as of January 3rd, 4 months. August, September, November, December. 5 months. If it was 5 months on December 3rd, so almost 5 months, and it doesn't feel like that because it feels like we've been together forever, and it feels like he's the one, and I just kind of know that. So yeah, so he moves in on January 4th, which is really exciting, and yeah, so which will be almost exactly 5 months after I kidnapped him. And he saw LA for the first time and spent a month with me. And yeah, he's gonna live here now, which is crazy. And I think it's like, it's not like, it hasn't really sunk in yet. It hasn't really hit me because like I've been doing all this stuff for, in preparation for him being here. I've rearranged the entire apartment. I'm making some changes. I got this new futon, which is amazing, by the way. Oh my God. I live on this futon now. I used to do everything from my bed. Ever since I got this futon, I just live on the futon. It's so good. Jingle All the Way. That's a good one. Hard Home one. Nice. Thank you, Jason Meza. It is a big step, and we're really excited for it. So, yeah, it's just kind of crazy. It's like it just feels right. It just makes sense. I don't know. I've been able to tell him things I've never told anybody else. It's just easy to talk to with him. Jesse is nesting. Maybe I've actually crocheting is something I've done for a long time, so don't take this as part of it. I started crocheting a blanket. Mal's lying on it right now. You can see part of it though. This blanket here, and it's part attached to there. It's like a full size blanket that I started just with single stitch, which makes it to me really thick and heavy, which is nice. Thank you, the Kinky Pinkies. And I started that when I was like 12ish and worked on it on and off for a decade, and finally finished it just the year after I graduated from college. And it's a great blanket. It's super warm. It's super wonderful. And are you gonna break the futon the first night? Well, it's a pretty sturdy one, actually. I've only ever had like freaking like $200 Walmart futons. The sunlight is being very annoying. Let's see if we can fix this in any way. Not better. We're not getting the glare anymore. The little sunbeams. As a connoisseur of like $200 Walmart futons for a long time, I actually was pretty impressed with some of those. Excuse me. I opted to upgrade, spent more than twice that amount, and Jeff bought half of it, but we got a nice one. So, damn you, son! Stop your nasty shining, my eyes. Yes, we're trying here. We're trying. But yeah, so I'm really excited for Jeff to move in. It's gonna be great. If you guys haven't done so already, press the like button. I have no idea how many likes we're at, but I guess I can check somehow. Whoa, turn off the sound. Turn off the sound. Ooh, we have 127 likes. It's a very respectable number of likes. We could have more. More is always good, but that's respectable. I accept it. Yeah. So this has been a very productive stream for me because I've gotten a bunch of this scarf done. It's not quite half there yet, but it's a good scarf. You want to be like 5 or 6 feet long so you can really wrap it around your neck. And I'd say we're at a good 2.5 now. So yeah, so like not quite half done, but getting there. I'm trying to imagine this plus another this. Yeah, let's get that. That's yeah. Oh, live stream a sword battle with Shad. I don't know. Let him know that you want me and Shadiversity to hook up and do swords. So his background's in HEMA. Mine is in fencing. So we have very different backgrounds. Fencing and stage combat. We have very different backgrounds that are not always compatible in style or in the way we think about sword fighting. People doing HEMA think that they're being authentic to the traditional ways that sword fighting was done. I think that you're probably not, but it's cool, cute that you think so. And so I think about sword fighting typically in one of two ways, either in what looks cool, because that's stage combat, what looks cool can be done safely, or in what is the most efficient and practical for hitting somebody. Not necessarily killing them, just hitting them. Because after all, fencing is really a dueling sport. So dueling is not about killing the other person, it's about drawing first blood. So, yeah. Thanks, Classborn. Tell them, press that like button. We're being blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. I'm never gonna make it through the night. Anyway. So I knew that Bruce Springsteen did the original version of that song, which a lot of people don't know. What I didn't realize is that version that everybody knows is by Manfred Mann, who's the same man that did Do Wah Diddy. Anyway. Do you do any other weapon martial arts like Filipino? No, but I've always wanted to learn that one. The Filipino one. Oh, it's so freaking cool. No, I just do fencing and I do Krav Maga, which, yeah. Bear Williams, HEMA, well, I need to get into it. HEMA's fine. HEMA's for people who like it. It kind of, that's the thing for me is like, I don't have anything against HEMA. I just have a problem when people try to be like, HEMA is it's historically accurate sword fighting. And I'm like, no, it actually still isn't. There, that's kind of better, maybe. Nope, not better at all. Sun, just go down a little lower. It's because there's palm fronds waving in front of it, and so stuff. Let me just put it out there. Amazing. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Zero. Sorry, I just need to text my friend something about tonight. 1, 2, 1. Anyway, yeah, Eskrima or Arnis. I think Eskrima is the one I'm thinking of the swords. Yeah, because I remember it sounds like the French word for fencing. Words. Filipino martial arts is an umbrella term. Yeah, I know. So I'm just trying to figure out which actual one. His is the start of Rise of Skywalker. Looks like Flash. It's kind of like the whole Rise of Skywalker. Flash. Stuff to do. Doobity booba. All right. Maybe this. I don't know. We're making efforts, guys. We're making efforts. And there's also, isn't there, Muay Thai is also awesome. Isn't there a Filipino martial art that's specifically knife fighting? Is that the other one that you mentioned? Arnis, maybe. Because I know there's one for knife fighting too, and I thought that'd be so cool to learn because they're good at knives. Both Eskrima and Arnis use sticks. Okay, Eskrima is the one I've heard of that I think looks really interesting, and I would totally want to do. And then there's also another one that uses knives. There's the Filipino knife fighting technique that just sounds badass. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, with HEMA, which just bothers me when they're trying to be like, this is historically accurate. I'm like, you're not actually cutting each other to bits. It's not historically accurate. You're not using the actual armor because the actual armor is super heavy. And actually, in point of fact, HEMA uses a lot of just fencing gear. Like their mask is just a fencing mask, just in black instead. So yeah, sorry, we did the safety gear right first. And no, this is not the same that it would be for battle because you're trying to get a different type of safety. So like, again, nothing against HEMA as a thing, as a sport. It's super fun. It's super cool. It just pisses me off when people try to get all uppity about like, this is more historically accurate. Like, it's really not that much more, honestly. Paul Murphy, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy holidays, Mindless. Literally just saw you were streaming and stopped in 2 seconds before I go to my family in-laws. Well, thank you for stopping in, Paul Murphy. Yes, it's a Screama, and they blow compared to knowing how to kick properly. Fair enough. Kicking can be really, really helpful, and you know, and it's a good long-range weapon. But yes, so thank you for popping in. Have a fun time at your family in-laws. I hope it's a good event. Yeah, have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas Eve and your Christmas Day and the rest of your holidays and all of that stuff. Screama, Arnis, and Kali all use knives. Okay, which means you trained is the name of failure for the art. Got it, TC the Mandalorian. Thank you. That was very educational. I love you guys. You guys know so many things. It's delightful. Kicking is BS. Kicking is not. Kicking can fuck somebody up. Now the thing is if you have a staff, a stick or something, you're creating extra range that you can hit people before they're even in kicking range. And range is always a good thing because, you know, the further you keep somebody from you, the less likely they're to hurt you. Unless they have a gun. If they have a gun, you want them to be as close to you as humanly possible as you can't disarm them. So that's unless you also have a gun, in which case you guys can shoot at each other and see who's the better shot. Woo! Filipino knife fighting is a more performance sport. It's about responding to your opponent rather than defeating. Yeah, but actually that kind of works in knife fighting as well too, because the whole thing, and that's one of the reasons why knife fighting is so freaking tricky, it's one of those things where it's like you will get cut, you know, and it's such a small object, it's hard to keep track of. You're fighting at a close range, so it's hard to. The thing is, fighting at close range. Like when you're throwing fists at people, you're defending blows. You're not getting out of range of the blows most of the time. You're just defending against them. And if you defend incorrectly against a knife strike, you're still getting stabbed. Sometimes even if you defend correctly against a knife strike, you're still getting stabbed a little or slashed. So the whole idea of receiving and responding to what the other person is doing actually can be very useful and practical if you're actually fighting with knives. As a fan of Taekwondo, Chuck Norris kicking rules. Kicking can be very effective. People who are good at Taekwondo, their feet are insane weapons. So good for them. Doran Long, happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas, Jesse. Love you. Love you too. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, whichever one you are celebrating, or multiple if you're lucky enough to do that. I get to kind of do it all. I get to do a little Christmas, a little Jewish Christmas tomorrow. I've been doing Hanukkah. I have my Hanukkah party on Sunday. I'll be lighting the candles as soon as the sun goes down tonight as well. And I'm even bringing my menorah with me to Michigan so that Jeff and I can light the candles together. He's really down for like doing all the Jewish traditions with me, so it's really cool. So yeah, and yeah, we'll get a little bit Christmassy too because we're sort of the day after Christmas. I'll be getting to Cincinnati. We'll be going out with his family and then I'll give him his Christmas present. And I just got really excited. Sorry. I've been having since my YouTube channel's kind of stalled out, as many of you sort of know. I've been working on other ways to bring in my revenue because this has not been helping. So I'm making a lot of big changes to the channel. I already have brought a lot of content over to Patreon, keeping a lot of it over on Patreon. Going to be moving a lot of it, or going to be changing some of the ideas and what we do on this channel in the new year. So But it's been a rough couple of months as a result. It's been a rough few months, and I was sort of just, I try to keep that stuff for my parents because I know they'll want to help me out. Well, I know I'll just get judged for my dad. I'll get quietly judged by my dad for being a failure. Not that he actually thinks I'm a failure. He loves me, but he just worries. Like, it comes from a good place. Like, he's just worried about my ability to take care of myself and stuff. So then he lectures me about money and makes me feel shitty because I already feel shitty about money. And then he makes me feel shittier about it. He's not doing it on purpose, but it sucks anyway. And then my mom will help me out, which I kind of like. I just want to be able to not have to ask her for that. I mean, I'm an adult now. Like, I'm almost 30. I'll be 30 next year. So it's high time for me to start, being able to take better care of myself and then take care of them because my dad's getting close to retirement age. And are you going to double down on the grandma content? Well, TC the Mandalorian, if I start getting all these requests for shit people want me to make them, then I am certainly going to have to be doing this during live streams. I'll have to be multitasking if I ever want to get this shit done for people. So yeah, we'll see. Why you like Grandma Jessie? Crochet a clock Jessie. That's something I do a lot. I've actually a lot of times that a lot of the reasons why I've done crochet projects is it's something to do when I'm binge watching TV. I'm like, oh, I can make this nice thing. I can have this nice thing or have this nice thing to give to somebody. In addition to, things. So anyway, no, that just occurred to me that I now have the means to get Jeff the other part of his Christmas present. So, what's your lineage? Are you asking? YouTube are just happening today. Some videos are being banned. Well, that sucks. I'm over it. YouTube can do what the fuck it wants. I'm not taking my cues from it anymore. I'm not. I'm not pandering to YouTube's algorithm any longer because fuck it. But yeah, there'll be more sketches in the new year. There'll be more like fun art stuff. So I'm trying to decide if I went too short this time with the hair. Is it asymmetrical enough? So the asymmetricality of my hair is very important to me, and I just feel like when it's this short, it doesn't look that asymmetrical. Maybe I need to, I mean, it has plenty of room to grow. So plenty. So you'll have my friend trim the shitty parts, or if I'm not poor, I'll just go to my hairdresser to have her do it. Let this bitch grow out a little bit. Oh, Merry Christmas and hi to you too, Wilkser. I don't know how to pronounce things. If you're here, press the like button. I'm noticing we need a hair stroke count. I don't usually, well, obviously I'm crocheting, I'm doing that less. Somebody should count it for the Rise of Skywalker full review. I'm thinking about doing a concise review as well. What do you guys think of that? Should I do a more concise one, like a 10 minutes or less one that's more digestible for people? Jesse's hair, you're not changing drastically. Don't worry. If there's any changes, they'll be subtle and there will be anything that you haven't seen before. It's not a matter of changing anything. It's a matter of just next time it grows out and I get it cut, do I get it cut this short or just slightly less short? It's all within the wheelhouse of things you have been, Jesse's hair. You don't need to freak out about it, okay? Yeah. What was I saying? I don't know. We gotta do some laundry still. All right, so I have 4 hours to go till I'm supposed to go to a Christmas party myself. And what should I accomplish in those 4 hours? I should make videos. I should make should definitely make videos. I should make I should do my laundry. I should definitely do my laundry. I should. What else should I do? Grandma Jessie. That's me. So much like your Grandma Jessie personality. I should clean my kitchen. I should really do that. It's a disaster from the Hanukkah party and from just it being a disaster. I don't have an ugly Christmas sweater, TC the Mandalorian, and I'm kind of okay with that. But if you're planning on sending me one, knock yourself out. I'll definitely wear it on a stream at some point. That's the thing I've told you guys before, and it stands true. If you send me something, like costume piece wise, I will wear it in a video or a live stream, or sometimes both. Somebody asked me that. Like, they asked me to clarify. They on Twitter once. They're like, "So Jesse, will you still wear something if I send it to you?" And I was like, "Dear God, yes." And then I got a unicorn onesie, and it was great. But TC sent me a cape and a dress, and I've worn both of those things on streams and videos. So I wore the unicorn onesie in a video. I've worn it on multiple streams. I wore it one of the nights hanging out with the World Class Bullshitters. It was probably the night Jeff fell in love with me, to be perfectly honest, because of the unicorn onesie. There's a great picture of when he stuffed dollar bills into my unicorn mouth, because like the onesie unicorn head has a mouth. Anyway, yep. So, so yeah. Blarg. Do you guys have ugly Christmas sweaters? I don't know. Ooh, that's a question. Maybe. Oh, this cardboard is not in great shape. Maybe my friend still wants it. I don't know. Anyhoozle. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a concise Rise of Skywalker review, just to sort of get the points across without having to watch the whole thing. Should write out some ideas for that. Maybe do it or something. The Mandalorian is like Star Wars life support for its bad coma. Accurate. Oh, we're getting a new one on Friday, aren't we? Or we're getting the season finale on Friday, right? Oh, very excited. I'll watch it with Jeff. It'll be great. I'm very looking forward to it. I've enjoyed the show immensely so far. So, yeah, it's definitely. I'm looking forward to the finale. I really think. Episode 4 for me wasn't super great, but everything since then has been just rock star level. So, yeah. Disney trilogy review, something that shows how poorly Star Wars is treated by having disconnected movies. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Ooh, that's actually a good video. The Disney sequel trilogy, a concise summary. I want to see if I can do that in 10 minutes or less. Oh my God. I might even have to like refresh my memory on the plot of the movie. Well, of The Force Awakens anyway, because there is no plot to The Last Jedi. So, yeah. Woof. But yeah. I'll press the like button. That would be a good one. This Disney Star Wars. The Disney sequel. Star Wars sequels. A concise summary. Yeah. It's gonna be weird. Don't recap that garbage. It'll be funny though, because it'll be me casting my judgments on it. Yeah. It's pretty much gonna be Rey goes around jizzing Force all over the place. So that'll be what's up. TFA pilot. Rey wants to go home. Finn wants to run away. Rey finds Luke. It's pretty much it. It's kind of the gist of it. Yeah. Yeah. That would be, maybe I'll do that. That seems like it's fun. And then I also want to do a Rise of Skywalker versus The Last Jedi, because I have strong opinions on which one of those things is worse. So yeah. I guess still don't know how porg tastes like. Yeah, the fact that there were porgs in this one just pissed me off exponentially. The fuck you doing back on Ahch-To, bitch face, or Achu? I'm sorry. That's that planet's name now, Achu. So it took me forever long for people referencing the Battle of Crate so many times to finally realize that that's what Not Hoth was called. Because we had started on Tatooine, not actually, but actually. And we go to kind of Yavin 4, and then we go to Not Hoth. And that's that first movie, basically. And yep. And then we go to Space Vegas. Huzzah. Honest Trailers is going to be great for that one. I can't wait for Honest Trailers either. That'll be dope. I don't know what triangle footwork is, but it sounds like some people in the chat are having a really fun conversation about martial arts. So good for you. I love it when that happens. I love when the chat has like fun little side conversations with each other. Oh, cool. Jan Adrian Vandermeer says Merry Christmas to all from South Africa. I don't know if I've ever had a South African listener check in before. So welcome. And Merry Christmas to you too. I hope you're having a wonderful, I guess it's late Christmas Eve for you now over yonder. I don't know what the exact time difference is. So I hope you're having I hope you had a wonderful Christmas Eve, and I hope you have a phenomenal Christmas day. From the bottom of my heart. Yeah. I don't know why I just said that German accent. Everything best so I said in a weird German accent, in a weird, vague, anxious German accent, which is the way I like to think my cat Lando speaks, because he's definitely always anxious, but he definitely speaks in a weird, creepy German accent. So there you go. Wee! Female and male triangle footwork. There's a different. Is it like you learn both kinds and one's called female and one's called male, or like do women learn one kind of triangle footwork and men learn a different kind? I'm so confused. I'm like catching glimpses of this conversation. It's very entertaining for me. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año felicidad. I don't really know what the actual words. I just know what they sound like. So there you go. Merry Christmas. All right. So, been oh, Jeff says I'm beautiful. I'm gonna have to save that picture of him looking all spiffy and dressed up because he looks great. And his hair is all fluffy. Oh, image. Your hair looks super fluffy. La la. Are you referring to my scarf or my yelling, John? I don't know. Oh, hello, AMKT Aaron Coates. Glad to have you here. I'm just crocheting away. What is that sword? It's a sword. Let's see. Maybe we should try to solve this mystery here. It's a sword that Andrew Malachinsky gave me because he's the best. It's the sword of 1,000 truths. It's the sword I'm using to stab my kitten to death. He's asleep and totally unconcerned. Jane, do you want a sword? It's a sword. He's like, I don't think I want it. You gonna bat the sword? Are you gonna hit the sword? He seems slightly concerned by the sword. Whee! Sword going away now. Bye, sword. Thank you, Johnny Adrian Vandermeer. I like it a lot. I want to touch it. I want to touch our fluffy here. Woo! So I had a great couple of holiday parties this weekend. I went to my friend's Christmas party. They always do a super fun affair. And I met a new friend there, and she came to my holiday party on Sunday, and I have a new friend, and that's cool. Don't make too many of those, but I really like her, and I think we're actually gonna hang out a lot, so that's super dope. Yeah. Anyway, in your honor, I'm watching the original Star Wars. Good call, Aaron Coates. Good call. Thank you for doing it in my honor. I feel truly honored by your honor. Your honor brings me great honor. I watched Babar last night. Anyone remember that movie from their childhood? About Babar having to save Elephant Land from rhinos and their evil leader Ritaxis. Such a great movie. Still holds up. Still great. I also like his friend, the old woman, is just named the old woman. It's amazing. But he had help from his dear friend, the old woman. What? Here, look, I made this toy for you, Jane Little. Jane, do you want to play with this toy? Thank you, Michael Stott. Do you want to play with this toy? No, you don't. Okay, fine. Whatever, Jane. You want to come sit on my lap? You want to come lie on my lap, Jane Little? Oh, he squeaked. Didn't anyone hear him squeak? Here you go, Jane. You're so fluffy. You're so fluffy, Jane. That's right. It's my lap. It's for you. Oh, Jane is in my lap. He has graced me with lap sits. Here is Jane. Because I know you guys want to see that more than my hair. So we'll just put him on the... we'll put Jane... Witcher. I keep hearing things about The Witcher. Has anyone else watched it? I've never played the game, but I hear the game is really good too. So tell me about the show for those of you who've watched it. I binge watched The Boys. Finally. Holy shit, that show. I cannot wait for season 2. I could not stop watching it. It was incredible. So brutal, so violent, so delightful. What's new, pussycat? Jane says, I'm bigger and now I don't have balls anymore. They got fixed last Wednesday. They're doing really well with it. I let them... Mal shed his cone during the night and they're healing up really well. They're not worrying over that. They're not trying to lick that area. So net out of 10 on The Witcher. Shut up, TC the Mandalorian. Also, Werther's originals are delicious. Oh, Jane Little. Make sure you press the like button, guys. Press the like for Jane. Press it for the kitty. Press it for the kitty. Oh, I didn't know there were books too. All right. To check out the books. Oh, excuse me. You binged The Witcher. I heard Henry Cavill's really good. Ooh, there are sword fights. I'm in. Jane is in his bunk. I'll be in my bunk. Yes. Yes. Are you in your bunk right now? Is your bunk just mommy's lap? Yes, it is. You love your mama, don't you? He is such a little sweetheart. He loves this bathrobe mostly. He loves lying on this bathrobe. Oh, baby. Aww. Alright, so you don't like the Netflix adaptation, but you're a fan of the books and the games. Good to know. Good to know. I do like Henry Cavill, so I think I'd give it a watch just for that. Hard candy with a translucent red wrapper. Yeah, those are meh. I like the ones that look like this, where the wrapping looks like strawberry, and they're strawberry candies with little strawberry goo inside. Eagles took the lead in the division. Yes, they did. They fucked the Cowboys. Oh, it was so good to watch. So now all we have to do is not fuck up against the Giants next week. So we'll see how that one goes. Yeah, I'd be so tickled if the Redskins beat the Cowboys and we beat the Giants. I would hate for us to lose to the Giants, though I think it'd be hilarious if we did that and then the Cowboys lost to the Redskins anyway and we made it into the playoffs. Not that we're going to do much with it, but, you know. But that'll actually be kind of cool because if we make the playoffs, that means I can show my friend who will be in town my Eagles bar. Because that will be... he'll be in town from Australia, and he's a huge Eagles fan, but he doesn't really get to hang out with a lot of Eagles fans because yeah. Oh, bye, Johnny P, and Merry Christmas. You stay safe too. Enjoy your Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas Eve. Oh, Jane. Just, well, you would think they still have the opportunity. If they win and we lose, they still. Now the thing is what times are those games? Do the games shut down next week? Because Cowboys usually play, unless they're playing on the East Coast, they could play the earlier game. I don't know if they have a home or away. Ours is going to be a 10 o'clock game, or 1 o'clock, where I am, because we won. They didn't even score a single fucking touchdown. All right, let's look ahead to week 17, please. All right. Oh no, we have a later game. We have a 125 game again. Maybe that's on purpose. Maybe because the my guess is that the Cowboys also have a later game, and so it's to keep that contest on par with each other. Where's the Calvin the boys game? All right, cool. So I get to watch that. It'll be 4:25 where I am. Find out if the Eagles bar Lansing, maybe. Bears. Yeah. So I think they do those things scheduling wise on purpose. They might have moved us to the 125 game after the way this last week panned out. Because basically, if we beat the Giants, let's say we were playing the 10 o'clock game, the 10 a.m. game, and we beat the Giants, before the Cowboys game even starts, and they don't have any motivation, then it's just a shit game. Because they've literally nothing to play for anymore. So this way it's contested because we're both vying for our future at the same time. Cowboys need to win to give themselves a hope, and we need to win. If we win, that's what I like, though. I like that it's not about, like, our fate is in our hands now. If we win, if we beat the Giants division, the division is ours. Done. Yeah. So our fate is in our hands, basically. It's ours to fuck up. Hello. He gave me the love eyes look. He does this role. Just turn around and look at me with these love eyes, and oh my God. Merry Christmas evening to you too, Michael Stott. Even. Yep. Evelyn? I don't know what that is. Merry Christmas, Evelyn. Please read your last comment. It's 23:14 p.m. in Ireland. Cool. Well, hi, Ireland. Is that where you are? Hello to Ireland. And Merry almost Christmas for you right there. 45 minutes and it's officially Christmas. Oh, Jane Little. You're so cute, Jane. You're so cute, Jane. Who made you this cute? Who made you this cute? The one before that, you said read your last comment. So I did. Eat Dawn. Notice that the 9 Numb died in Rise of Skywalker. Who is 9 Numb? I'm confused. Or do you mean no people? Because there were no like real stakes in that movie, partially because nobody important died or came close to dying. I'm not saying you have to kill somebody important for your movie to be good. I'm just saying there's still need to be stakes. Because that's the thing. It's like when you watched Return of the Jedi, oh, that guy. I didn't know that was his name. He dies in in Rise of Skywalker? When did they? Oh, maybe I did notice that. Yeah. They just like very casually killed him, didn't they? Didn't his ship just like very casually blow up? Because that was bullshit. 9 Nub. Okay, there I was like 9 Nub, huh? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, they just like really super casually blow him up, just like whatever. Like, all right. I was like the only person of note who died. Yay, another beer. Good for you, Michael Stott. Everyone in the neighborhood is now doing barbecues and drinking. Aussie Christmas. That sounds delightful. Oh, I'd love to do Christmas in Australia for that reason. Yeah, no, just casually, just for no reason, just like they just fucking killed Akbar for no reason, like he was a nobody. But yeah, there's just so many So many dumb things. So much dumb in that movie. All of the dumb. Oh, that's the only part I teared up. I didn't tear up for that. I kind of what the fucked that in the theater. What about the penis alien spacecraft? I can't even know. Right? What was he? Why did he even exist? I don't know if Claude died. Um. Oh, nice, Emily Freeman. That's dope. I'm watching Die Hard with my bro, waiting for Hans to fall at midnight. Got the movie synced for the time. That is awesome, dude. What a cool idea. I totally approve of this. Hello, Jane Little. I love you, my little purr monster. I love you. I'll press the like button because Jane Little says so. Oh, Jane, I love you. I love you, Jane. Oh my goodness. You are so cute. Can you please stop being this cute? I can't stand it. I really can't stand it, Jane Little. Oh, oh my god. He did the love eyes at me. Are you guys dying? Wedge, to my knowledge, does not die in the Rise of Skywalker. Hello to your love eyes. Hello to your mesmerizing love eyes. He was like, I did not want to be in mommy's lap anymore. I wanted to be in mommy's arms. So I curled up in your arms instead to make sure your arms had to be occupied with me. I'm dying. Start the movie at 21:58. Hans will fall at midnight. Nice. That's beautiful. Cats have very regal, serious looking faces. Yes, they do. Mine does very much. Oh, are you a regal looking kitten? A regal looking smush. Favorite holiday tradition? Jake and Lemon, we talked about. I don't know if you heard when we talked about Jewish Christmas. Ouch! Not a bit, please. Um, So my favorite thing is I love latkes. I love potato latkes so much. I can eat 1,000 of them. So ever since I've been out here, typically once a year, I make latkes and then do a latke party because I make 1,000 latkes and so to feed them to some people because I only eat about 500 of them myself. Um, so um, I had my latke party this year and invite all my friends, and it was really nice. And then I love doing Jewish Christmas. I've done Jewish Christmas most of the years, if not all the years that I've been in LA. But basically, it's Chinese food in a movie. So um, back in the day, before going to the movies on Christmas after dinner was a big thing for people. Used to be movie theaters were empty. They only had Jews, Asians, and Indians. I guess they're also Asians. Then um, uh, oh, how to say? All right, Thundermare. Okay, that helps. John Adrian Thundermare. I like it. Thundermare just sounds cool. Oh, the I like in bit. Hold on. I like in bit. What's the V part? VI vendor. It and Vandermeer. So yes. Uh Vandermeer. 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 Trying. Trying. Um but yes. So now I go to my movie earlier and then eat Chinese food, and it's great. Last year I saw the Sherlock Holmes movie, which was terrible. The year before that, I saw Molly's Game. And the year before that, I saw, let's see, was the year before that the year I went? My first year was epic. Oh, my first Jewish Christmas in LA, my first Christmas in LA. My friend and I went to the beach and drank all day on the beach. So me and two of my friends. And then we made a homeless friend who drove us to get Chinese food. And then we tried to go see The Interview, but we had big backpacks with us. And they wouldn't let us in because of the whole terrorism scare. So we ended up back in my place and watched it late that night. And yeah, that was first Jewish Christmas in LA. And then I'm trying to remember, one of my Christmases is missing for me. Because one of them I went up to the Portland area with my friend and we saw Rogue One. And Matt Bush, thank you so much for the amazing super chat. What a wonderful Christmas present. Going to miss you in January. Merry Christmas. I'm going to miss you too. You are such a great dude. I adore you. Jeff adores you. We all adore you. You're still the freaking MVP of the December knack as far as I'm concerned. And you're just the greatest. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in February, or possibly, did you ever find out if you're going to come hang out, slum around near us for the Capitol Clash? Because I'd love to see you for that. But the blood of Nine Nub is on JJ's hands. Accurate, Dr. Coffin Nails. Yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing to be your friend because you are amazing. Matt Bush, also known as Darth Bushcom on the stream. Bye WWE Motors, thank you for being here. Michael's Todd says, I can't pat my pet. It's a goanna that lives in my backyard. It showed up last year. It has never left, so I feed it and named it Marty. My landlord says I can't have pets, but Marty is native. There you go. You should have named it Joanna, because you can have Joanna the Goanna. Joanna the Goanna. Like they have in The Rescuers Down Under, which is a great movie and way better than the original. Just saying. All right. Well, Matt Bush, I will see you for the Junior Olympics in February. But until then, you have a wonderful Christmas. Tell Sarah I say Merry Christmas as well, and a Happy New Year, and a happy any other holiday you may or may not celebrate. And you're the best, Matt. It's great. It's great. It's been so great getting to know you. I'm very, very happy to call you a friend. Right, Jane Little? Do you like Matt too? You would if you ever met him. Everyone likes Matt. He's very nice. Eat Don. That's a very reasonable thing to do. Getting depressed about the minor characters. We do form attachments to them, and it was super rude the way they just cast him aside like that. That was disappointing. Oh, it's like severed head. Oh, are you snuffly? Are you snuffly? Is it because it's too cold in here? I know, but pretty soon you get to go back to Auntie Kelly's for a visit, and she has heat. She's not a heathen like me, and then there'll be a Jeff here, and he'll keep us warm. He will keep us warm. And then. Poor Nine, we barely knew you. Indeed, you didn't have to die. He was too young to die. Who's your favorite minor character? Is it a cop out to say Boba Fett? I mean, he's a totally minor character, but I really love Boba Fett. I just love the aesthetic of him. I know people are like, well, there's nothing to love or care about, but just as you said, sometimes we get attached to those minor characters. And I just really I've always enjoyed the Mandalorian aesthetic. And I just like him even more now that the whole show out his peoples. But any other minor characters that I have another favorite. I do. Okay, sue me, but I like the six-handed guy who works at the restaurant that Qui-Gon goes to get, or Obi-Wan goes to get the info. His little spy dude. I kind of like that guy. But yeah, I mean, Boba Fett's my favorite minor character for sure. So, yep. I'm trying to think of any other minor characters that I really enjoy. Huh. Dax. I think Dax. Is it DEX? I always thought it was DAX, but he's a good one. Salacious Crumb. Salacious Crumb's a great one too. There's also Jane Little, don't go anywhere. Come love me. We gotta love Porkins too. You gotta love Porkins. Salacious B Crumb is a great choice though. I did really enjoy watching their race, the whatever monkey lizard things, get dead. In the Mandalorian, that was fun. It was satisfying. Fuck you, Crumb. Get yours, even though it's probably not actually Salacious Crumb. Shakti and Kit Fisto, good choices. My ex's favorite one was his, like, and this was just his favorite character, period. Like, his favorite character of the whole thing was Bib Fortuna. So I got him a Bib Fortuna figure from Star Wars Celebration, and then we broke up, and he gave it back to me, and I was like, well, that's dumb. And so then I gave it away because I don't want it anyway. Oh, thanks, Bruce. Merry Christmas to you too. Have a wonderful one. Porkins is a legend. I couldn't agree more. And guys, if you're just joining, make sure you are pressing the like button. Although perhaps we will wrap this up soon, since I know a lot of you guys probably have holiday parties to get to. I got laundry I should do. I got some videos to make for you guys. Asajj Ventress, but she's not that minor. Okay. Jane, are you back? Malcolm, you're so snappy. Jane, are you back to slap on me more? Are you back for more slapping on my lap? You can't do this to me. Eat Done, I didn't want it because, I gave it away to a friend of mine, so it's not like it's gone for good, and I'm pretty sure if I ever felt like a strong need to get it back, I could. But I don't have any attachment to the character, and it was just kind of a reminder of my ex, so I don't need those around. I got a new beau. I got the love of my life, and he's moving here in January. So, because that was another thing. Like, I dated this other guy for over a year and a half, and he never wanted to commit to moving in. I dated Jeff for we had been dating officially for like a month and a half before he had committed, like fully committed to moving in with me in January, as in moving like across the country in with me in January. Sometimes I act like Salacious Crumb when I'm drunk. I start laughing at anything, but do you laugh like this? I just woke up Mal. I'm sorry, Mal. It was worth it. I think I do a pretty good Salacious Crumb laugh. Favorite underrated movie? It's a hard one. Maybe The Rescuers Down Under, because that shit is fucking epic. I watched it the other day when Disney Plus came out, and I was like, this movie is actually as amazing as I remember it being. Favorite underrated movie? Batman Forever. I also fucking love Batman Forever, and I think people do not give it enough credit. Yep, we're moving in together. He's moving out here January 4th. So tomorrow night at 1:20 a.m. I get on a red eye. I fly out to Cincinnati. And Michael says good impression of you. And I get to be reunited with Jeff, and then we never have to be separated again. So I'm really excited about that. He's wonderful. Absolutely magical. Treasure Planet is another excellent one. I never saw that as a kid. Someone showed that to me in college. I was like, holy shit, this movie. Yeah. It's a great one. Surf Ninjas. When Jeff visited you at fencing competition, I knew something was going on. It wasn't in the beginning. So, okay, so if you were following us through that experience, Dr. Coffin Nails, and I mean, everyone knew before we did. Like, Anna knew. Anna was like teasing about us hand-holding the very first night we ever met. So clearly the chemistry was there from the beginning. But in terms of when we actually hooked up, so I remember we saw Spider Far From Home together, and then the night after we saw, which was July 3rd, we did a live stream on it, and we went out. We got really drunk, and we went out to dinner, and so that was one of the nights. So that was the first. So we came back from dinner, and that's when we hooked up for the first time. So there was fuck nuts full of chemistry in that first stream, or in that Spider-Man stream, because we did Pathfinder on his channel, we moved over to my channel for that one, and then it was just us after that. So yeah, yeah. So then we just pretended for a long time that nothing was going on, and then it was because part of it for a long time was going to be like we were kind of, and we officially started dating in August because there were complicated things in the way before that, and oh, the hands picture, Jesse's hair. We posted the hands picture in Chicago. Yeah, you see it right there. You can see the way he's looking at me in that picture. We knew. Yeah, no, it's a proper chick flick romance. The audience all knew before we did. It was adorable. It was absolutely adorable. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna like write it into a chick flick at some point because it really. It's yeah. This is what I found your channels during the fencing thing. Oh, the summer one this past year. Cool. It's a good time to find me. It was a fun time. We had a blast. Oh, Aaron Coates, Merry Christmas. Get some good sleep. Enjoy your holidays. Hopefully everyone gets a little time off, time to relax, not really worry about shit during this time. That's what I wish for all of you. So, but yeah, actually, I should probably get going because I got laundry to do and some stuff to get done. This is my last real day, aside from what I can throw together tomorrow, during and before Jewish Christmas. But I kind of have to get everything ready for Jeff today. So, oh, hey, Jeffrey Nelson. Yeah, and I've still got some stuff in my kitchen, still a disaster. I want to give the bathroom a nice sprucing up and make some room for some of his belongings in there. And there's only so much more I can do with this room before we, invest in new furniture and stuff. But which we are doing. We're gonna have an adorable IKEA date shortly after he moves out here, and it's gonna be adorable and all that stuff. Did I mention it's gonna be adorable? We're adorable. We can't help it. I'm not gonna sleep much for the next couple nights. It's fine. Jesse, include fighter planes in any movie you write. Ha! Okay, I don't know how I'm going to include that into the romantic story of how Jeff and I got together, but I'll work on it. Thank you, MKT Aaron Coates. Happy Hanukkah to any of the Jews out there. Merry Christmas. To some of the rest of you, Merry Sithmas. I like it. To many of the rest of you, Happy Kwanzaa, if that's your bent. Festivus for the rest of us. Joyous New Year. Happy whatever tradition or holiday or event that you may or may not celebrate during this time of year. If you don't get to do any of those, happy restful holiday period. Hopefully some days off, some quality time with people that you love and care about. So we're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for being here, for tuning into my Christmas Eve stream. It was a pleasure talking to everybody. I do like Sithmas. I'm stealing that too. Thanks, Eton. And he takes you for a ride in a fighter plane, sure. Yeah, thank you guys for being wonderful proponents of this channel and what I do, and amazing supporters. Jesse crochets parasol mushroom art, it's true. And yeah, I look forward to the changes that I'm bringing to you guys in the new year. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Hanukkah. And be good to yourselves. I'll steal a line from Jeff's book. Be excellent to each other. Bye, guys.